Yeah. The fine print said, if it's not football, you're not there.
Yeah, believe me, I'm not qualified to talk about anything else. Like, you want to talk about, like,
Yeah, right?
the latest Pokemon Unite update?
I couldn't even talk about that. That's crazy.
Serena got really good. They kind of had a nerf Duraludon, which just came out.
I mean, that's typically how most games go.
Yeah.
When they release a new character, it's OP,
it's always the best character in the game, and then they have to be like, all right, let's reel it back a little bit. No, but Duraludon
let's calm down.
Duraludon was nuts. Like, Duraludon was like was melting full HP for like really bulky mons in seconds. But with the Duraludon nerf came the Serena buff, and Serena is arguably the best Pokemon in the game now.
Crazy.
Weird how that works. Yeah, we could also talk about the NR rarity event in Master Duel that I didn't play.
That's true. Same. Didn't play it.
I
haven't
didn't
touched Master Duel since the game launched, pretty much.
I just know that two more days and the new Battle Pass comes out. So.
Didn't complete the first one.
I did in the first week.
I did a lot of it though. I was at like 80 or something like that.
Yeah. So. I wanted my pot of greed, buddy. What else am I qualified enough to talk about in?
I don't know. What else is going in the intro for this podcast episode?
I don't know. It's whatever. What else am I qualified enough to talk about?
The Broncos are good again.
The Broncos are good again, but that's football related.
It's crazy.
We're trying to unfootball.
That's true. Non-football related.
Katie and I are working our way through the Harry Potter movies. Have you
never watched?
I'd only ever seen the first 3. We're like halfway through 6 now. So,
what?
Yeah.
Wait. What?
I had only ever seen the first 3 Harry Potters.
Wait. What? 4 is arguably like my favorite. I love Goblet of Fire, but I love the book too. So.
Yeah, I still really like 2.
2 goes silly.
I really liked 4 and 5, honestly. I like them.
5 was meh. It was good for the movie, but like the plot and everything. But Daniel Radcliffe's acting was terrible during that movie specifically. Everything else he was fine. He was just really bad in that movie.
I have a personal connection to that movie, and I think you know what it is. I'm not really at liberty to say, but
you have a personal connection to that movie?
I'll tell you about it later then.
Hold on, I have to think.
It's like the plot of that movie. I'll tell you about it later.
We'll talk about it later.
I don't know what else I got.
You're not even done with Harry Potter.
No. So I guess I'm not qualified to talk about that, huh?
No, I mean 1 through 5, you're qualified?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Doctor Strange comes out next month. Well,
I still haven't
seen next month for the viewers.
I still got to watch Moon Knight.
I haven't started that either. I have been working. I didn't realize this and how stupid of an idiot I am. Did you know I have not watched Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, any of those? They're all on Disney Plus now.
Yeah.
I've been making my way through Daredevil.
Yeah. That's a
fire show.
That's an eventually project for Katie.
I just noticed. I was like, oh crap, and I know Crystal's not gonna want to watch all of them with me, so I just watch them. She probably would. We just never link up schedules, so I watch them at night and like throughout the day at work, and then like on my lunch and stuff like that. And then when I work on editing episodes of the podcast, I watch them.
Let's try to.
I've shaved my face. I shaved my face off and regrew my facial hair, all in the span of us not talking.
I didn't. I kept it about the same.
Yeah, my beard came in really patchy, and now it's coming in really nice.
Yeah. I still got the same chin strap beard because I can't grow anything else. Everything grows on my neck, not my face.
Yeah, Crystal didn't want to look at me for a solid week. It was rough.
That's sad.
Yeah, it was crazy. She's like, never do this shit again.
If I sign my beard, Katie can't tell the difference between my chin and my neck, so I have to keep it. It's kind of just like one conglomeration at that point. It's a side effect of being black.
Well, we've gotten this far. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Behind the Plays.
That's what we're going with? Guess I'm qualified about being fat. That's my qualification. I'm an expert fat. I'm an expert Sasquatch.
I think the best story and I never will call Eric fat, ill will, right? Eric is a nice guy. No. Eric actually is a big old teddy bear. I love Eric. I've met Eric in person one time, and he is a phenomenal human being to be around, hang out with, and I gave him the glory of a great pizza spot in Vegas.
It's true.
Second, I will always remember the story of or well, I'll remember what happened was when I first released the Davion OW merch, when it first dropped, Eric bought a hoodie and it charged him extra for the hoodie because he needed a bigger size.
Like the bigger sizes, yeah.
And I still to this day have not forgotten that. And the funniest part about it is we played Jackbox with all the alpha, what is it? What is the group?
The Sufferables.
Whatever they are. I almost said forgettables, and it wasn't with them.
No, it was the
boys. It was those people. But it was the boys. It was the boys. Yeah.
Boys
so we were
John.
the boys.
Now that's canon.
Facts.
Too.
That's canon too. That's a story for another day, though.
Yep.
So the boys and I made a fat joke at Eric, and no one got it, and Eric was crying the whole time. And I will never forget. He was so. It was so funny.
It was great.
Like I dropped a hot bar, and no one got it, and Eric was like, "Damn, you should have won that."
It was like the robot rapping game, and it's just like
it was so much fun.
I got.
Yeah, he's like,
I'll never
Dang,
forget
too,
because I made fun of your lack of viewers on Twitch.
Yeah, and then I hit you with the fat joke right after.
I'm pretty sure my exact words. I'm like, "Go for it, Davion." I just went for the jugular.
Yeah, that was pretty.
And then you
funny.
unleashed that, and nobody else.
I was like, "Yeah, you went for the right jugular. I went for the left."
Yeah.
Like, it was great. Oh, good times, dude. Good times.
All right, let's make this intro a little bit longer. We're at what, 6 minutes now?
Yeah, right. Yeah, something like that.
All creation through bomb and form, the greatest to ever do it like Kareem in the form, or Dame at the buzzer, Skip at the rucker, 96 Bulls, the GOAT, there's no other. Bulls and goats get some wins, but never cover. The word gave the answer to sin. No
Welcome to Behind the Plays. If you guys don't already know, it's football day. We are talking about free agency and a little surprise thing that Eric does not know about that is going to be a project for multiple podcasts to come.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be fun. That's why I forgot to make a spreadsheet, but Eric will know after this.
Okay.
So,
it's
going to be a blast.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
We got to recap the Super Bowl too. We didn't do that. I guess
Super Bowl happened.
It was a good game.
The Super Bowl did happen.
Halftime
it was actually
show
it was
was
really
awesome.
phenomenal. Halftime was phenomenal. I was singing the whole time.
That's one of my
Had a great
favorites in
time.
recent memory.
Yeah. I will say Bruno Mars and Beyonce coming on stage for
That was 50.
that one. When Bruno Mars and Beyonce were guests, that was by far one of the greatest ones.
Speaking of that Super Bowl, by the way.
Yes.
I know this because it's extremely relevant to me, and we'll get
of course
a little
you're a
bit.
Broncos fan.
Not only, well, actually, yes, in a way, but also Nevada football. They just recently had a coaching change because their coach our coach went to Colorado State.
Oh, well, good for him, I guess, kind of.
They hired. He was the defensive coordinator at Oregon, and he used to be the defensive coordinator back in like the 2010 Nevada day, which is like peak Nevada football. That was like Colin Kaepernick days.
Oh, right, yeah.
But their director of player personnel, their newly hired director of player personnel, is Virgil Green, if you know who that is.
That sounds familiar.
He used to play tight end at Nevada and won Super Bowl 50 with the Broncos as their tight end.
That's crazy.
Yep. And I saw it on Twitter today, him out there at practice and stuff like that with his ring on, and I'm just like,
what a flex.
Right? I graduated just a little bit too soon. That would be so freaking cool. You have no idea.
You would have been like crying. Like that's a Super Bowl champion for your favorite football team. That's crazy.
That's my boy. That would have been so cool.
Yeah.
I met Brandon Marshall too, because he also went to Nevada.
I have to tell you a story, but I can't say it on stream because it's job related.
I met Nate Burleson too once, because I don't know if you know, he went to Nevada too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I have to tell you a story off stream.
Okay.
Or off recording because it's pertaining to my job, and I feel like I could get in trouble, and I don't want to get in trouble.
I won't get you in trouble. Just say it a little bit louder into this microphone, please.
I'll tell you off stream. Or off recording. It was pretty freaking cool, dude. So anyway, we are going to talk about, let's talk about Super Bowl. Obviously, it was a great game. Halftime was phenomenal.
Honestly, it was a solid game. Like, I don't think it was,
honestly,
I don't think it was like an S tier Super Bowl in terms of like the game, but I'd give it like a solid like B+.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was a good game. Yeah, and Matt Stafford got what he deserved. He got his ring.
And Aaron Donald.
Odell Beckham crying was pretty awesome. Oh my God, Aaron Donald making
the video you sent me of Eli and Daniel Jones.
That was funny.
With the Sing movie. Yes, I sent that.
You guys?
I sent that to Travis too, and he's just like, "Why am I crying?"
That's what I said. I was like, why am I crying? I don't even like any of these guys. It was just so tearful. Like, so there was there was a trend going on TikTok, and it was the "I'm still standing" from Sing from the first Sing movie, and during the movie he breaks his dad breaks out of jail to go see him, and he's like, "That's my son," and it was a video of Eli Manning saying, "That's my son," about Odell Beckham Jr. on the screen winning the Super Bowl, and I was like, that made me sad. Like I feel like Eli got his 2, right? But like that still hurt. It hit in the feels, right? Like it hit in the feels.
Yeah, no, that was
it was weird.
Nice.
It was good for him.
Like good for OBJ. I need to honestly, while we're talking about that topic too, I need to rescind some statements I have made in the past.
Honestly, at this point, it's time to.
Because no. Like okay, I have verbally said that I dislike OBJ on this podcast.
Very much so.
And I believe I had said something along the lines of teams are worse when he's on them.
Yes, that is probably word for word what you've said.
Yes, I think that's false. That's some falsities because we saw the Rams begin to struggle the moment OBJ went out of that game.
Guys,
and OBJ won a Super Bowl when he joined them halfway through the year.
Yeah.
Like, listen, I can't deny rings. I don't know.
He this is what we call in the anime division character development, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I believe.
Yeah, but seriously, Odell really made that team better. Like it was weird.
I believe he remains unsigned, right?
Yeah, he hasn't signed a contract, but he's hurt. Like he tore something, so he
I don't
know if teams are scared. Yeah, I don't know if teams are scared to sign him or whatever. ACL. But that's so bad. That's so frustrating. So I don't know if teams are scared to sign him because of that. But Tyrann Mathieu also isn't signed, so I don't know what's going on in free agency world.
Yeah, who are like the big name free agents that's still, because as of today, like earlier today, as on the day we're recording this, Bobby Wagner signed with the Rams.
Yeah, which was crazy. I thought that was a crazy signing. I know Tyrann Mathieu's the big one.
It's Tyrann Mathieu, OBJ.
Gilmore hasn't signed?
Davion Clowney hasn't.
Stephon Gilmore hasn't signed anywhere yet?
Nope. Bobby Wagner
Akeem
just
Hicks?
Signed. Trey Flowers hasn't. Julio hasn't either.
Yeah.
They have AB as the number 10 free agent right now.
That's funny. I don't agree,
anywhere.
but whatever.
I don't think he's going
Gronk, Landry, Steven Nelson. He was just on the Eagles this season. Derek Barnett hasn't been signed.
Calais Campbell.
I thought we signed him back, but I'm tripping.
Calais Campbell, Sheldon Richardson, Eric Fisher, Melvin Gordon.
Yeah. Leonard Fournette re-signed, right, with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
I don't think so.
I thought he did.
AJ Green, Cole Beasley, Emmanuel Sanders, Chris Harris.
Crazy. Ty.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of solid free agents that still haven't signed anywhere. JPP.
Yeah. I was gonna say Jabril Peppers, but he signed with the Patriots.
Dante Hightower.
Yeah, that's some crazy stuff going on here.
Terrell Edmonds.
Yeah, these are some great people that haven't been signed yet. I don't know if they're waiting post-draft or not to see what they get in the draft, but it's just weird.
Cam Newton.
That's another one where I'm a little shocked he's not on the team. Like,
they have Lev Bell on here, and who cares?
I don't think he's playing football anymore.
Yeah,
so.
I think he's done.
But yeah, so that's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of big names that still need to sign, and we've had a lot of big free agent signings.
We've had a lot of crazy free agent movement, trades, signings, everything. So we're going to deep dive into this, even if it takes 7.5 hours. Mm-hmm. Probably not, but we will do it. And talk about it.
I got stuff to do. I don't think we can go 7.5 hours.
I don't think we could either. I have to work in the morning.
Yeah, I got stuff to do. I stayed up last night playing D&D till like 11, and I regretted it today. I don't think I could do that again.
It makes sense. We're going to kick things off. We're going to go division by division with the AFC starting it. And I think we're going to kick things off in the AFC East. We're also going to give us no records, obviously, because we don't really know. Like, we can't really tell what's happening. Like, it's way too early, in my humble opinion. People will give this, but we can give a way too early, positioning where we think they're going to finish in the division. Yep. Like, who's going to win it? Who's going to be second?
And we don't know the schedule yet. Like, we know that.
We do know the schedule.
Well,
we just don't know when they're playing.
Yeah, we don't know the when.
We know who they're playing. We don't know when they're playing.
We don't know the when. And the when matters.
Right. When matters a lot.
Like, the when mattered for Indianapolis last year.
Yeah, exactly.
And
when mattered for the Eagles.
Yeah, it when mattered for Philly. Yes, when matters.
Especially, yeah, when matters a lot. So,
okay, so we'll start off we can just start at the top of this list, which is the AFC East.
Yeah, and I actually think their positioning is perfect.
Where
they have it set at, it's perfect.
Alphabetically, you mean?
It's alphabet. Oh yeah, it's
alphabetically by city.
Is that what it is?
By city.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And I
But that's why I
agree with
think that's how I think this division's gonna end. Buffalo is, I think it's their division to lose.
It
like,
is.
They showed how good they can be. The overtime rules are getting changed, which is very important.
In the playoffs only.
In the playoffs only. That's fine. That's when it matters, though. I think that's
Right.
when it's the most important. Like regular season games, there's always been a difference between the two, but like this one specifically was really, really important. I believe Indianapolis and Philly brought forth a rule change, and it got approved. I believe now both teams have a chance. I think if someone scores, touchdown, extra point, the other team gets a chance, and I think if the team goes for 2, the second team goes for 2 and they score, they win. Or if like a safety or something happens, something crazy. But the Buffalo Bills not only have their team still, Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen, they added wide receivers in Jamison Crowder, and they re-signed Isaiah McKenzie, and then they added O.J. Howard.
O.J. Howard is big too. O.J. Howard,
the biggest signing.
O.J. Howard might be my second favorite signing this team did.
Yeah, because the best signing is arguably one of the bigger signing is Von Miller. Signed a 6-year, $120 million contract.
You mean Von Miller?
Yeah, dude got a ring and just said, I got 2 of these. I'm just gonna go play and make money, and I respect that.
Yeah, I think 6 years is a bit long
That's
for Von
a
Miller,
bit excessive.
given that he was drafted in 2011, so he'd probably be right about like 33-ish, I think, off the top of my head, 32-ish.
Something like that.
So a 6 year is a bit ambitious, I think. But
Yeah,
Von Miller certainly deserves it. I mean,
yeah, no, absolutely, he deserves the money for sure.
yeah, like that's my boy right there. That's my
absolutely.
That's my son.
Yeah, and they even added
even though
people
Von Miller is my
to-
father, basically. But you
They
know what I mean.
added, right, exactly. They added people to the O-line to help a little bit more. They even added Duke Johnson, which is a solid pickup in my humble
That's a
opinion.
solid pickup.
They don't have really good running backs, so that's good for them.
The loss of their backup Mitch Trubisky was filled pretty nicely by Matt Barkley and Case Keenum.
Case
who I think
Keenum was
realistically could
arguably
compete
the
for
best
the 2
backup.
spot.
Case Keenum was arguably a better backup than Matt Barkley, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, but I'm talking like these are 2 dudes who are both competent enough.
Exactly.
If anything were to happen to Josh Allen.
And on top of that, Case Keenum, in my opinion, is a smart quarterback. He can give great insight to Josh Allen.
Yep, I agree.
We may have shit on him in the NFC Championship game, but I still respect him.
Listen, that's former Denver Broncos quarterback Case Keenum.
But before that, he was former get shit on Minnesota Viking Case Keenum.
Dude, I could spin a wheel of every quarterback who's ever played ever, and there's like a 4% chance that's former Denver Broncos
It's a
quarterback.
former
whatever.
Denver Broncos quarterback.
It's like the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher. They got a new one every year.
Dude, the ongoing joke about that was so funny because they would just never give it to Snape. I was so heated every time reading the books. I was like, just give the man what he needs. Give him the teaching role.
I know.
Give him the job, and that's America,
I was talking
by
to
the
Katie
way.
about that as we're watching these movies. I'm like, so is that the joke? It's like the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher is just the Broncos quarterback of Hogwarts. You just get a new one every year.
That's funny. That's exactly what it was. That's crazy. That's pretty solid. They bolstered the O-line too. They made good moves, and I like what they did. So, I mean, Von Miller's huge. O.J. Howard to me is really good, and Duke Johnson, Jamison Crowder were really good pickups too.
You ready for
having someone? Yes.
You ready for a hot take?
Ready.
Buffalo's the best team in the AFC.
Let me think.
I think Buffalo's my favorite to win the AFC.
That's a good. I mean, that's a solid prediction. You know, I'm gonna make a hotter take. You know who I think is one of the better teams? Maybe not the best, but might be up there. Cincinnati. We know they just went to the Super Bowl. They won it, but they retained their team and bolstered their O-line.
Yep.
So it's gonna be fun. We're gonna cross that bridge when we get there. The next best team in this division, at least my opinion, again, is the Miami Dolphins.
I agree with you. Miami is the second best team here.
Franchise tagged Gesicki. He's solid.
That's a solid pickup.
They signed Teddy B.
Solid backup.
Especially
since Jacoby Brissett signed with Cleveland.
Yes.
Solid
then they
pickup.
signed Chase Edmonds and Raheem Mostert.
Both solid pickups. Raheem Mostert coming with why can't I think of his name? Mike McDaniel, the new head coach.
Yes.
Who was the OC in San Francisco with Raheem Mostert. So if Miami is going to be anything like San Francisco was, Miami's going to be in a good spot because.
Oh, I'm about to explain a lot.
Because
with Miami, I have a strong feeling with Miami.
It's a solid system. Like, the Shanahan system is the McVay system. The McVay system just won a Super Bowl. The Shanahan system went to the Super Bowl a couple of years ago.
They were just in the conference championship.
They were just in the conference. It's a solid system. And here, if we could see anything about this, is that it's the quarterback isn't necessary. You can get away with a B plus quarterback.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Like Jimmy Garoppolo, like Jared Goff went to Super Bowls in these systems.
Right.
You know, it's like, but here's the thing: is a great quarterback is the difference maker. Matt Stafford won a Super Bowl with
right.
This
year
system.
before that was Tom Brady. Like,
so it's kind of like a make or break moment for Tua. I really do feel like this is Tua's.
This is his season. This is the one.
I'm not going to commit to last chance, but it's his last chance. You know.
No. That's what I mean. It's a make or break season for him.
I could see like a Dwayne Haskins kind of situation where it's just like I think they're going to bail on him early if he's not enough.
Right.
And Teddy's not a bad back.
That's why they signed Teddy Bridgewater.
And he's not a bad backup. Exactly.
Yeah.
How do you feel about probably the biggest signing from this team, though?
Wait.
That being.
Wait. I wanted to say they bolstered their O-line a lot for Tua with Teron Armstead. That's a really great signing.
That is
by the
a
way.
really good pickup.
And they got Connor Williams, which is also a good pickup for them.
Yes, it is.
They re-signed Emmanuel Ogba, which is huge for their defense, and they added Duke Riley, who is a good football player. I will not hear any slander about Duke Riley. I don't know the other linebackers. Now, the most important.
That's right.
Maybe the most important, craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's fullback Alec Ingold. No.
Yeah, he's insane. Tyree Hill was traded to the Kansas City Chiefs for a first, second, and for a first, a second, 2 fourths, and a sixth, and then signed a 4-year, $120 million extension.
How do you feel about this signing?
Dude, first off, I was shook.
I did not see this coming at all.
I didn't see it coming at all. I didn't think Tyreek was, because it seemed like they were giving him money. He just said no. He wanted more because of what Christian Kirk and Devontae Adams got, like days before that, or a week before that.
Yeah,
then
this
is like,
no,
I want more,
fault,
and they probably,
honest.
right, yeah. And then they're like, in this situation, it's just like, oh, I can't give him more, and it's like, well, here we are, and Tyreek got traded.
So how do you like this signing?
This is great for the Dolphins.
Is it?
It's great for the Dolphins.
Is it?
Dude, imagine being Jalen Waddle, you were arguably the next Tyreek Hill, learning from the person that you similar build and model from.
Right. Okay. It's good for Jalen Waddle.
And they still have Devontae Parker,
who's a solid wide receiver.
Very solid wide receiver, and he's big. I think this is good. The problem is how good is this for Tua?
It's not.
Can Tua make the throws for him? That's the big thing.
That's the thing. It's like, I feel like you have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle who kind of have ditto skill sets.
Yeah, no, they're the same player.
They have very ditto skill sets, and they're gonna have to morph their game on behalf of Tua.
Yes.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah. The thing is, though, is I think Teddy B can sling the rock to them if they need to. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave that there. So if it comes to that, I'm content with Teddy B being a starter here. So.
Yep, it's not bad.
That's crazy though. I don't think it's enough to be them better
the second
than
best
Buffalo,
team in the East. I think they're better than New England at this point. I think most teams are better than the Jets at this point. So.
Yeah, exactly. If not all the teams.
Yeah, I don't really know who is the worst team in the AFC anymore.
I was gonna say the Giants are probably the worst in football, but
who's the worst team in the AFC?
The Jags got better, so I don't know.
The Jags objectively got better. I feel more confident about the Jags than I do the Jets. Is it still Houston?
Is it still Houston? Maybe. I don't know.
I feel like it's either Houston or New York.
Yeah. That's all I could think of, because it's definitely not anybody in the West.
Yeah.
That's for darn sure. And the Colts got better. So I don't know. Not very many teams got worse, in my opinion.
How about some teams that stayed about the same, such as
the New England Patriots?
The Patriots, who the big signings that they really got, the biggest one they got, in my opinion, is Jabril Peppers.
Yeah, that's a big signing. They got him. Their secondary is insane because they re-signed Devin McCourty.
Their secondary always been insane. Yeah, they re-signed Devin McCourty.
And then they brought back Malcolm Butler.
They re-signed kind of Malcolm Butler.
Yeah, they let him go, then signed him back this year.
Yep.
Brought back Malcolm Butler and brought in Terrence Mitchell. Then James White re-signed. Ty Montgomery signed a free agency over here, and Brian Hoyer's the backup over here.
And re-signed Trent Brown too, which is big.
That was big, yeah.
But it feels like New England stayed the same.
I guess it depends on what they do with their draft. Like, are they going to actually go out and draft a wide receiver finally, or like what's going to happen?
No, probably not.
So, probably not. But
Why would
it feels like they stayed the same.
It feels
Mac
like
Jones could probably have a better year, like up year, but it's going to be weird because it's going to be really hard.
I mean, here's the thing: is like we're about to head into what would be a sophomore slump for most typical quarterbacks, right? Yeah. I feel like that's going to happen to Mac Jones. I just kind of like my gut feeling. I have no evidence.
Yeah. But you don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know.
But
we it's gut feeling though. I guess.
I don't feel like the Patriots are going to be as good as they were last year because I think Miami is better. I think Buffalo is better. I think New York is better than New York was.
Yeah.
I'm not saying New York is better as in good enough to win like.
They're not good. But
I don't think they're gonna.
I don't think
they're good enough to win like 6+ games.
Right.
But I think they're good enough to win like 4+ games.
Right. Like Zach Wilson is okay.
Right now, I feel like the Patriots' ceiling is like right around 8-9 wins. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like the Patriots didn't get better. I feel like they stayed about the same. Yeah, honestly, that's all I really got for the Patriots.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about them, honestly. But the Jets, same situation. I don't think they got better, great. They got better, but they're not
They signed a handful of good free agents that I liked, particularly CJ Uzoma and Solomon Thomas.
Yeah, and then they signed Laken Tomlinson's pretty good too. He's a good guard.
Yes.
But yeah. Wait, we can't forget about Legatron. They signed Greg Zuerlein.
Good for Greg Zuerlein. They re-signed both Joe Flacco and Mike White to back up Zach Wilson, who will be coming back from injury this year. So hopefully they have a bounce back year.
Yes.
But yeah,
I feel like he was on the right track, but he just had a rough time with injuries.
Yeah, he has. There's this significant problem with Zach Wilson that I have though. Mm-hmm. Is that he plays for the New York Jets.
That's the issue with every Jet quarterback.
Exactly.
That was the issue with Matthew Stafford.
One way or another, Jets quarterbacks unfortunately play for the Jets.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's all it is. At the end of the day.
But then again,
poverty
right now for the Jets, I'm kind of in a I'll believe it when I see it kind of mode. But that's kind of how I was with the Bengals last year. So maybe this is the year we see it.
You never know.
Okay, that brings us to the AFC North. First team here is one of the more quiet teams.
Wait. Are we going in order, or are we going to tell people how we feel like where they place in this division?
I'm fine with that. Let's do it how we feel they'll place in the division.
Okay, so we'll talk first about the Baltimore Ravens. They were very quiet, but it was a good quiet.
So
they didn't do a bad job.
No, I'm sorry. Are you saying Baltimore is going to finish first?
No, I'm telling you what they did, and now I'm going to tell you where I think they're going to place.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes, that does.
Yeah, like the teams that we labeled was literally first, second, third, fourth. I did not question that whatsoever. This one, obviously, I question.
Yes, I don't think it's an alphabetical order by city this time around.
It was an alphabetical order by city, but not the winners. That's what I mean. That's what you meant. So I'm an idiot. Don't worry about it. Anyway,
we take like a month off. We are just not on the same page.
Really, seriously, bro, it's crazy.
Okay, but here, what
Marcus Williams.
What word am I thinking about right now?
Defense against the dark arts teachers being rotated like Denver Broncos quarterbacks.
I was thinking of the color purple because we're talking about the Ravens.
I was close.
Yeah, basically.
Defense against the dark arts, purple, same thing.
Re-signing Patrick Ricard is huge. Signing Marcus Williams is huge. But that's
got Morgan Moses and Michael Pierce.
I don't know who Morgan Moses and Michael Pierce are.
Yeah, I know who Marcus Williams is.
I know who Marcus Williams is. I know who Patrick Ricard is because he's like him and
homie on
and Juice. They're like the perennial Pro Bowl fullback.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's the only reason I know who Patrick Ricard is. So like the Ravens really didn't do a whole lot. They almost signed Zadarius Smith.
Yeah.
And that was about it. So like I feel like the Ravens are also staying stagnant, and I don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah, and I have them placing third because arguably the rest of their division got better. And they didn't do much. So
I have them placing gosh, I gotta think about this. This is a hard division to place.
It is. This is one of those, like, it feels like they're all middle teams.
Because I think I know who one is, and I think you and I agree on who one is. I genuinely think 2, 3, and 4 can go anyway.
I think 1 and 2 have the chance to go anyway, potentially. I think 3 and 4 have the chance to go anyway. I think 2 could go anyway, though. That's complicated.
It depends on who your 2 is, because
yeah,
I don't know if your 2 is my 2, because
true. I mean, I'm assuming your 2 and I think we're on the same page. But
I'm gonna go with I think Baltimore is the 2.
Oh, really? I think they're the 3.
I think Baltimore is the second best team in the North.
Understandable, though. I get it. I understand why.
And there's a reason why.
I think I know the reason why, and we'll get there when we get to that.
We'll get there, because I think you and I are about to switch our 2 and 3.
I think so too.
And
next on the list is the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, Cincinnati's the best team in the North.
They're last. They re-signed Eli Apple. They're terrible.
That's
oh my
That's
gosh,
what I was
garbage.
gonna say. That's genuinely the only bad thing that Cincinnati did.
No, but seriously, they signed Hayden Hurst, which is a great pickup. Alex Kappa, Lael Collins,
the best. No,
Ted Karras. They just bolstered their O-line.
The best signing that any team has had, besides Russell Wilson, but that's bias. The best signing that anybody had this season was Lael Collins to Cincinnati.
That was huge.
Lael
was
Collins
so good for them.
Arguably the best player on the Cowboys.
Yeah, and he went to Cincinnati where he can go protect.
Where he is needed. Like
he's going. Yes.
Lael Collins has a chance to be like a perennial all-star on the Bengals.
Yes.
Like
he's gonna
that's
seriously. If he just if the sack numbers go down for Joe Burrow, he's gonna get a lot of credit.
And here's the thing: is like Cincinnati didn't really lose that many pieces. They lost C.J. Uzoma exactly.
Yeah, and they replaced him with Hayden Hurst, which just feels like
I don't think they're in a bad spot at all.
Yeah, they're definitely the first.
I think they're the best team in the division. They were last year, and I think they will be this year.
Yeah. Great.
Okay. Cleveland.
This has to be one of the craziest off seasons the Cleveland Browns have ever had in their entire freaking franchise history.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to go bottom to top because things get crazier as they go.
Yeah.
Okay. Chase Winovich, they got in a trade. I think that's a good pickup for their D-line.
That's not terrible.
That's great for their D-line. David Njoku got the franchise tag. I think that's great to keep him. Njoku's really good. Jakeem Grant is a solid wide receiver pickup.
That's a solid return guy, too.
The Dallas Cowboys, solid contract, by the way. Dallas Cowboys traded Amari Cooper to them for a 5th, and they swapped 6-rounders.
That is a train robbery, by the way.
Stunned me.
That is a train.
I was like, you got him for a 5th.
Yeah, I knew Amari Cooper wanted out of Dallas, but Amari Cooper is way more expensive than a 5th and a 6th.
5th? I was like, dude, if I'm the Eagles, I might be on the phone trying to give them my last first. Like one of my 3 first-round picks.
Exactly. Like
they gave him a 5th?
Yeah,
we got like 6 of those. You can have any of them. Shit, take 2 of them.
At this point.
Like, a 5th?
Yeah.
I was shook. Jacoby Brissett, I think that's a great pickup. The reason that's a solid signing is because of what happened next.
Yes.
And Deshaun Watson was finally traded out of Houston to the Cleveland Browns. In exchange, this was a lot. He was traded with the Texans got, the Browns got Deshaun Watson and a 6th. The Texans got 3 first-round picks, a 3rd-rounder, 2 4th-rounds, and he just got $230 million over the course of 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it fully guaranteed. I'm going to say this. Outside of everything, Deshaun Watson deserves this contract. I'm just going to say that. Like him as a player, his talent.
Yeah, if we're talking about Deshaun Watson in a vacuum.
Yes.
Yeah,
his talent as a football player deserves this. I will say that Cleveland obviously understands how the NFL works and what's going to happen. Did you see how his contract was broken down?
Yes.
They gave him $1 million this year of just salary. So if he gets suspended, he will lose a total of, if he's suspended for the whole year, $1 million of this $230 million fully guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of his years are 40. Everything came in a signing bonus this season. So he just has the money. So they are planning for the inevitable. That's why Jacoby Brissett was a good pickup. So if he does get suspended, it's a pretty serviceable quarterback to have while he's serving his suspension.
Exactly. And we don't know how long the suspension is going to be.
That's what I kept talking about, yeah.
Because, listen, like somebody on the Patriots staff probably deflated some footballs and Tom Brady got suspended for 4 games. Ray Rice hit a woman and nothing happened. They're going to spin the...
Ezekiel Elliott was proven not guilty in the court of law and got 6 games.
Josh Gordon was permanently suspended from the league 4 different times for weed. No, they're gonna.
That is now legal, by the way.
Yeah, they're gonna spin the wheel of punishments, and it's basically gonna be random.
I think what's gonna end up being is 8 games. That's my take.
I'm feeling 10.
Yeah, 8 to 10. That was my range. 8 to 10. They're not gonna ban him for the whole season.
No.
I think they should 1 season. Just ban him. I think that's fair. But he sat out all of last season too with this. So it's like it's hard for me to.
Yeah, but I feel like he willingly did that.
it.
But like, here's the thing:
Yeah,
Deshaun
he
Watson
willingly
coming back
did
after 2 years of not playing is going to be rough.
Yeah, so
I think
we'll see how.
I think it's going to be a bad look for the NFL, not just for Cleveland, not
Yeah.
for just Deshaun Watson. I think it's going to look bad for the NFL. So I don't
Yeah.
think they'll suspend him the entire season.
Yeah, exactly. So
This
is actually my 2.
For that,
But I understand why you put them at 3.
They might be my 4. I don't know. I kind of really like Pittsburgh.
I think Pittsburgh's solid, but I think this is one of those divisions where multiple teams could be competing for a playoff spot.
I do. Like, I think any one of these teams could potentially steal a 6 or 7 seed.
And the crazy part about this is the reason I like them isn't even because of Deshaun Watson. It's because of Amari Cooper.
That's what I like them.
Amari Cooper is freaking talented,
Yes.
bro.
Him. Well, but here's
now
the
he's
thing
not
is,
on the Cowboys, so I can gas him up.
Yeah, but here's the other thing too: is Cleveland's going to be without Jarvis Landry too, who I
But they
believe
replaced him with
remains
Jakeem
unsigned.
Grant, who's also really good.
But I believe remains unsigned, which we didn't get to
Yes.
talk about too.
Yeah,
So,
I think we said it, but
It feels like
it
it feels like the Browns are rebuilding their entire receiving core.
Yeah, exactly,
And
which
they're
is fine.
They're rebuilding most of their offense at this point. Like
Yeah,
their
well,
O-line is
this is
solid,
what they needed
but
to do.
The biggest thing too is that they lost J.C. Treader. They let him
Yeah,
walk.
and they still haven't figured out what the heck is happening with Baker Mayfield. That's been one of the bigger news.
That's
that
true.
Nothing has happened.
I guess Baker's still technically a Brown, isn't he?
He has requested a trade and nothing has happened.
And they're just like, nobody cares, dude.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, at this point, who are the teams who are even realistically considered interested in Baker?
Falcons.
Like Atlanta and
But I feel like it's
Seattle?
Malik Willis. Seattle, but like they said they like Drew Lock.
New Orleans?
Jameis Winston's re-signed.
I feel like the market for Baker is basically evaporated.
Yeah.
I can't think of another team that genuinely would want him that bad. Minnesota?
New York.
The Giants?
Either one. Either one.
Can you imagine he gets traded to the Jets where he realistically probably should have been?
That'd be kind of funny. I mean, San Francisco?
No. He's not
That'd be
going to
wild.
San Francisco.
That'd be cool. That'd be a good pickup.
Listen, dude, I think the Broncos should just sign him, and they should try to collect quarterbacks like they're Infinity Stones.
At this point.
Might as well. So, yeah,
Pittsburgh? I mean, Mitch Trubisky, let's be real.
Mitch Trubisky is a bridge quarterback.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but
For
I
Baker
really
Mayfield.
I like Cleveland. I think I'm going to lock in Cleveland's my 3.
Cleveland's my 2. It's hard for me to gas. I always talk highly. We're about to get to the next team. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers. I am the first believer in the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay. The thing that makes the Steelers good isn't even their offense because they don't even have wide receivers right now. They lost
Juju.
and Deontay Johnson,
Yep.
and they kept Claypool. That's like it. They got Dwayne Haskins, Mitch, but their defense
is
nuts.
Was
Their
ridiculous
defense
and is still
is
ridiculous.
they signed Miles freaking Jack
Miles Jack, Carl Joseph,
and Jannard Avery.
and Jannard Avery. It's like
Their defense, they collect linebackers like Infinity Stones.
it's true.
Okay.
Yes. Like,
And I've
yes.
heard rumors that Tyrann Mathieu they have the ability to sign him still, and I'm shook if they get him because that defense is the most terrifying thing on the planet without him. Could you imagine it with Tyrann Mathieu? I'd cry.
I mean, yeah. Defense is going to be the priority in Pittsburgh for a while because I don't think Pittsburgh is interested in a quarterback this year. I don't feel like they are.
They're not
going
gonna
to
draft a
looking at
quarterback.
next year, you know.
Yeah, next year. They're Bryce Young.
Or they'll draft a late round guy this year.
Yeah, they'll have like Bryce Young maybe next year.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're gonna be in the market. Like their defense is so good, they're gonna be in the market for a trade. Like how Peyton Manning went to the Broncos.
Yeah.
Kind of something like that. They have all the pieces around them. They just need a quarterback. Or fucking the Broncos this year. That's the type of thing.
Yeah,
So,
something like that.
they're my 4, but this is a bridge year, like we said. I still think they have the chance to make the playoffs.
I think they
because
do too.
Whenever Mike Tomlin is at the helm and the defense is godly,
no, genuinely,
on paper,
I
it's
can
ridiculous.
see this. I can see this team winning as few as 6 games. I can see them winning as much as like 11.
Yeah, like they're not a bad team.
No.
That's the crazy part. They squeaked in the playoffs last year, and I don't even think they're good as they are this year,
No,
which is crazy.
I feel like they're better this year, and they still made the
Yeah.
playoffs. So
Exactly.
I forgot Pittsburgh made the playoffs. Honestly,
Yeah, they snuck on in at the 7. The Pennsylvania team snuck in at 7 seeds.
good for them.
Yeah, good for us.
All right, that brings us
AFC
into
South.
the South.
The Texans, who they signed a lot of people, but like, who did they sign?
They signed former Denver Bronco fullback Andy Janovich.
And they signed former Denver Bronco running back Royce Freeman.
And they signed former Denver Bronco wide receiver Deshaun Hamilton.
Are they the Houston Broncos now?
Yes. Honestly, the one I really liked was Christian Kirksey.
That's a good signing. Yeah. They picked up Camus Gregor Hill. He's actually, I think he played for the Eagles. He's solid.
Desmond King
okay.
isn't bad.
Yeah, like this isn't gonna help though. Like they just rounded out their roster. They just traded off their. They obviously are rebuilding for the future. They traded off Deshaun Watson, got a lot in return
Yes,
for Deshaun
I feel like
Watson.
Houston won the trade, honestly. I really
They did
do.
win the trade. They did win the trade because now they have the chance to fully rebuild and they're not wasting Deshaun Watson like
Yep.
they mentally think they are, and they could just go in rebuild mode. So I mean, they have Jeff Driscoll and Kyle Allen on the roster. Figure it out.
Yep, they pretty much said the plan is draft like we're building our own Davis Mills,
Exactly, which is hilarious.
which is funny. Yes, that is indeed pretty funny.
They're last. They're easily
they are
the
the
last team
14th.
in this.
Yeah, they're the 14th
I can't
in the
even.
South.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna question that statement.
Literally, the only thing potentially making them not is the fact that Jacksonville theoretically is terrible.
Yes, but we don't really know.
We don't.
They did some cool stuff though. That's
They
the
did.
problem. So we'll get there when we get there. But,
And they had the first overall pick.
yeah, exactly. And they're not done. That's
And
the
they're
crazy
not going to
part.
get a quarterback. So, like,
No, but they don't need one.
they
Trevor
could,
Lawrence
they,
is-
they could go get the best edge rusher, who is the best edge rusher in their opinion, whoever they decide to be. Because it's, like, genuinely 3 guys right now, potentially.
yeah, like Thibodeau,
Thibodeau, Hutchinson, and
Hutchinson. Yeah,
the guy out of Georgia. I can't remember his name. Apparently,
neither can I, but I
apparently
think-
he had an insane combine.
yeah. I think Thibodeau is solid though. So who knows?
So, yeah.
But
speaking of... So, we agree that Houston is 4.
absolutely.
Okay. So then Indy is next.
Indy had
2 really big ones.
some pretty cool trades.
2 big ones. 2 big trades.
They traded Rock Ya-Sin, love his name by the way, to the Raiders for Yannick Ngakoue.
Yannick
I think I
Ngakoue?
said that. Yannick Ngakoue, that guy.
Yannick Ngakoue is a very good player.
Very good player. No, I wasn't shaming him. I couldn't remember how to say his name.
Yeah, Yannick Ngakoue.
They re-signed Mo Alley Cox, who is really good. They re-signed Matt Pryor, which is also really good.
Yep.
Zaire Franklin re-signed. Brandon Facian was a cornerback they signed. I thought that was a pretty decent pickup. And, of course, I predicted this man getting traded, by the way. Just not the right team.
Yeah, you picked
Matt
the wrong,
Ryan was
you picked
traded.
the wrong AFC South team.
I was so close. Oh, I was so sad. I didn't think Carson Wentz was going to get got. Like,
I didn't either.
they traded
I
Matt
thought they were
Ryan.
just going to chew Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Realized that they made a mistake and live with it.
Yeah.
No, they realized they made a mistake and they bailed.
Yeah, they gave up a third I think they gave up a third that they acquired in the Carson Wentz trade. That's all they gave up for Matt Ryan. They basically swapped Matt Ryan for Carson Wentz, and I think that just makes them infinitely better. They did lose Zach Pascal, but that's not like huge because
That's
they still
not
have Jonathan
devastating,
Taylor.
Yeah.
And rumor is Julio Jones wants to eye this team right now, and I think that's a great pickup.
That would
for
be
them.
a great pickup if Indy gets it.
They have the money to do it. So,
where does Indy lie in the South?
are you ready for the hottest take?
If
Indy wins.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Indy wins.
I think Indy is the best team in the South.
And it's very, very close.
It is very close.
It is so hard for me to go against the King.
because here's
You
the
know
thing.
my love for King
I think-
Henry. But
I think we have
It's-
a little bit of AFC or NFC East syndrome. Let me explain what I mean
Yes.
by that.
no, you're right. I think I know what
It
you mean.
doesn't matter who wins. They're the
Right.
4 seed.
Yes, I agree.
I don't think.
Because I think the Bengals are better.
I think the
and if
Bengals are
I-
better. I think
Whoever wins the
probably-
West is better.
probably 3, maybe 4 teams in the West are better than the Colts,
Yes.
and I think the Bills are way better than the Colts.
Yes, exactly. So
And
I think they're
I
fourth.
think I think Miami is better than the second best team in the South.
Mm-hmm.
I think the 3, potentially 4 teams are better than the second best team in the South.
Right.
So I genuinely see it's either going to be Colts or Titans that win the South, and they're going to do so at like 10 wins, and we're going to have one team from the South that goes to the playoffs.
It's so weird because the West is so good, but like, I didn't think I would ever say this. There's a chance that I think the Chiefs don't make the playoffs.
I think there is a chance. I don't think it's likely, but I think there's a chance.
It's weird because the Colts, I think, got better. I think Matt Ryan brings a very good dynamic to this team. Whether anyone wants to respect it or not, right? Matt Ryan had the glory of playing for the Atlanta Falcons, and we know what the Atlanta Falcons do. It's not always Matt Ryan's fault.
They Falcon.
Right?
It's a
Dude won an
certified Falcons
MVP,
moment.
and they still blew a lead in the Super Bowl, okay? Terrible play call.
We recently celebrated Atlanta Falcons Day.
We did do that.
It was Monday.
3 days ago.
Yeah.
Either way, Matt Ryan with this team, Jonathan Taylor already is an upgrade from whoever the heck is on the Atlanta Falcons team. Kyle Pitts, I take Jonathan Taylor right now any day of the week.
I agree.
They have T.Y. left, Zach Pascal left. Who is their wide receiver? It's
T.Y.
I'm drawing a blank. No, T.Y. left. He's not on the
who
roster.
is their wide receiver?
Yeah. God, it's killing me because I started the Colts rebuild, and then I
No, it's killing me too. Why can't I think of this? Michael Pittman Jr.?
There it is. He is so good, and they have Paris Campbell.
Yep.
That's where it is. That team is solid, bro. Those are good targets.
And they
for
have
Matt
Rodrigo
Ryan.
Blankenship.
Yeah, the GOAT, the legend. And they got rid of Rock Ya-Sin. But yeah, so I think they might win the division. It's my hot take.
I think
unless something crazy hits in the draft, I think they win the division.
I do too. I think it's them or Tennessee, and the other one, is like 8 probably.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
Okay, then I think we're going to be on the same page about Jacksonville.
They're the third.
They're the
team.
third best team right now.
But they
made
spent
they made some good moves.
so much money this offseason.
Tagging
But
Cam
they were
Robinson.
good moves. They signed Zay Jones and Christian Kirk, which I think are good moves. I want to tell you something, and I need the world not to judge me for this, okay? I did not know Christian Kirk was black.
He is.
I need you to understand that I did not watch Arizona Cardinals games this whole time. Like with a nickname like Captain Kirk, I was like, has to be white. Like, the whole time, I swear to God. And the funny part is he was a slot receiver.
I frequently talk to Paco and Jaron, who are Cardinals fans, so I know about Christian Kirk.
I know about Christian Kirk. I just didn't know he was black.
Jaron is like a 23-year-old grumpy old man.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, I don't think he likes anything that isn't on the Cardinals.
Sounds
when it
about
comes to football, he's like, I think he hates every team that isn't the Cardinals.
Sounds about right.
So, I knew about Christian Kirk.
Yeah, I didn't know he was black.
Yes.
So there's my confession of the day. But they signed Christian Kirk, who is very talented. I know he has talent, so there you go.
Yes, I mean he's solid. I don't think he's $72 million. Solid,
I don't think this contract
solid.
is worth it, but he broke the wide receiver market.
He did. Like, honestly,
we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Tyreek was
a lot of people. Tyreek and Devontae Adams really need to thank Christian Kirk.
Gosh, yeah. Evan Ingram, I think, is a good pickup, even though
he sucks.
He's inconsistent.
Even though he sucks.
He's inconsistent. I'm gonna be nice. They signed Foye Alawakun, whatever his name is. He's a linebacker. He's solid. I like him. I always sign him in Madden. He's always my linebacker, like my budget linebacker in every rebuild. I love him. There's cornerbacks picked up. They built on their O-line. They did a good job. I mean, they did a good job. Is it going to win them football games? No. Christian Kirk's your best receiver, so that's a little weird. But they also lost James Robinson, I think.
But they also got Brandon Scherf, who was one of the best guards in the league.
Yeah. No, they rebuilt their O-line very well. They did a good job with their O-line.
Yes, I love the Brandon Scherf signing.
That's a great signing. Yeah,
I think you go get the best edge rusher in the draft. Round 2, this class is pretty deep with wide receiver. Round 2, you go take a wide receiver with a pretty high pick that Jacksonville's going to have.
Yeah, exactly.
They're solid.
They're fine. Yeah, I think they can. I don't know if they're going to compete for a playoff spot.
They can win like 7 or 8 games.
Yeah, they could do. Their rebuild is all rests on how well Trevor Lawrence plays in the second year.
It's true.
That's my opinion. They went out and ended last season on a very good note. Can they build on that? So, All right. So next up is the Tennessee Titans, which I think they have two of my they built on something I really liked. Okay. The Titans released Julio Jones.
Mm-hmm.
We are in agreement that this is the second best team in this division, correct? That's what we said?
Yep.
Okay. They released Julio Jones. Then they acquired Robert Woods in a trade because the Rams got Allen Robinson. Mm-hmm. They got him for a sixth. Great value.
Very cheap for Robert Woods.
Re-signed Hilliard, which I think is a perfect re-sign because of what happened last season. Mm-hmm. They signed Austin Hooper.
Good pickup.
Who is very good. And that's it. Their offense got better, I think.
Their offense got better. Their defense stayed stagnant.
Yeah. That was their big issue.
I think
they need to draft high defense in the draft.
Listen, losing Julio on paper sounds good, but Julio honestly wasn't that great for Tennessee. He missed a lot of time from injury. I don't really think the Titans are going to miss Julio that much, especially since the Titans' identity is not throw the ball. The Titans' identity is Derrick Henry is bigger, stronger, faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like the Titans are going to take a step back, though, just because I think the Colts are better. I think the AFC is better.
Yeah, the AFC got a lot better because of everybody left the NFC. So it's crazy.
So I like the Titans. I think they're the two team right now in the South, and that it's not a confident two. It's because Jacksonville and Houston are that bad.
Yeah, and Indy, I think Indy has a chance to lose the division.
I think
they Matt Ryan makes them better because they don't lose. I feel like they make playoffs last season if they had Matt Ryan instead of Carson Wentz.
That's probably true.
Right. So. Yep.
Okay.
We are in the AFC West.
This is,
I think, arguably the greatest division in football.
Not even
this
arguably.
coming season.
This is
not even arguably. This is the best division in football coming this season. We are kicking things off with the Denver Broncos,
who right now,
holy schmoly,
make me so happy.
They made money moves.
They traded for Russell Wilson.
They gave up some stuff for him, by the way.
Yes. They gave up 2 firsts, 2 seconds, a 5th, Drew Lock, Noah Fant, Shelby Harris. Genuinely, I'm going to miss Shelby Harris. I'm going to miss Noah Fant a little bit. I'm going to miss Drew Lock mostly for the memes.
Yeah. But Russell Wilson's great.
But Russell Wilson is, in my opinion, the best signing that any team made this year.
And I wanna expose us because me and Eric have been in DMs. We've been talking a lot during all this. An hour before this happened, Aaron Rodgers resigned, and we were like, "No!"
And then Discord
we were so upset, and then literally, Discord went down. I had to text Eric at work. I was like, "Yo."
I know. I was literally in the middle of my 4th period, and I have a couple of kids who I talk football with. One likes the Raiders, so I go back and forth with him. Anytime he talks trash about the Broncos, I threaten to just tank his grade.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you an F. Sorry.
Yep. And then another one's a big Washington Commies fan. So we talk football a little bit. And that literally happened during class.
That's funny. That's crazy. They were probably like, "Yo!"
Yeah. They found out before I did, and I'm like, "There's no
bet."
way.
Well, you're teaching. They secretly get on their phones. They know.
It's true. It's crazy because in passing I had checked my phone and saw that Aaron Rodgers re-signed with the Packers, and I got real sad.
You were disappointed, and then you didn't even have a chance.
Yeah, I didn't even have a chance to be sad, and then this happened. So yeah, no, Russell Wilson signing is huge. In my opinion, that's the best signing that anybody made this year. It's Broncos bias, sure.
No, that's arguably. I think it's up there. I think the Devontae Adams might be up there too.
Yes,
but
that's
this
huge.
is insane. This is insane. It's this is what the thing that Denver was missing the whole time was a quarterback, and they got a quarterback.
Literally all they were missing. What's crazy is Russell Wilson is probably already their 3rd greatest quarterback in Broncos history.
Hasn't taken a snap yet.
Hasn't even taken a snap yet.
Right. Peyton Manning's the best, right?
No, Elway.
No? Oh, Elway. I'm sorry.
Peyton Manning
absolutely
is
correct.
2.
Before, Russell Wilson 3?
It's Russell Wilson because the 3rd best was probably Jake Plummer.
That makes sense. Understandable. But we also have to talk about Randy Gregory. He's a phenomenal signing. Y'all, hey, listen. Shout out to the Broncos, bro. Randy Gregory was about to sign with the Cowboys, and then Jerry Jones was saying some stuff, and then he was like, "Yeah, you know what? I'm out. I'm gonna go sign with the Broncos now." And I've never been prouder.
Yeah, very DeMarcus Ware of Hitman. I appreciate that.
I was a Bronco fan at that point.
DJ Jones is a
sold.
big pickup too. I like DJ Jones a lot.
It's also a great pickup.
I like Alex Singleton, your boy.
I was really sad, but I was like, I know we're doing this because we're about to draft like Dean or something like that.
Yeah.
So I knew why. I just wasn't. I was like sad, and you guys kept Malik Reed.
We kept Malik Reed and we kept Josie Jewell.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
So
you guys'
two
linebacker
good
core is
pickups.
nuts.
Yeah, previously that was the weakness of our defense was like the linebacking core.
Alex Singleton is a great tackler. He is a poor pass defender.
Well, good news, we have arguably the best secondary in the West.
And there you go. That actually means a lot.
We have
Just don't get just don't have Patrick Surtain get Moss.
Yeah, we have arguably the best secondary in the AFC. I think it's arguable. Who has a better secondary in the AFC?
Couldn't tell you.
Right?
Freaking, I don't know. Pittsburgh.
It would be Pittsburgh if it's anybody.
Yeah.
I feel like overall the Pittsburgh defense is better than the Broncos defense.
I would say Kansas if they kept Tyrann Mathieu, but I don't know how much that helps them at this point. Yeah.
Okay, so then here's what I really want to know.
Right.
Is where do the Broncos lie in the West?
You ready for my hot take? I don't think this is a hot take. I think 1 through 4 are interchangeable in this damn division.
I agree.
I'm going to say it now. Way too early, Broncos win the division. That's my take. I'm sticking my guns. I said it when the trade happened, and I'm going to keep my gun. I'm going to stick to my guns. They're the best team in the division.
The Broncos are the best team in the West.
It's hard.
I just knocked on wood.
To not. It's very hard. It's a great team.
So hard.
The entire division's great.
The West is so good, dude.
And like I want to say Kansas City's like the worst, but like because they got worse, but they still have Patrick Mahomes.
They still have Travis Kelce.
Right. Like they're not bad.
They're not bad. They just
weird.
aren't as good as they were before. And every other team in the West got really good. But here's the thing: is like the difference between the Chiefs and every other team in the West was so huge.
Yeah. Now it's
that
not.
now it's
like
it's
so
close. Like genuinely. I think whoever wins the West is probably like the 3 seed, just because I think they're gonna
beat up on each other.
They're gonna beat each other up and maybe only win like 11 or 12 games.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah. So like I feel like whoever wins the West is the 3 seed.
Yeah, I feel like the Bills.
I
probably
think
have
it
the
will
1
be,
seed locked
and
up.
hope it will be the Denver Broncos.
Yes. But speaking of division winners, the Kansas City Chiefs, who did win the division last year, lost Tyreek Hill.
Lost Tyreek Hill. Got Juju.
Got Juju and Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Which aren't.
And Corey Coleman.
Who cares?
Who hasn't played in the NFL since 2018.
No. Corey Coleman, irrelevant. But Juju and Marquez you know him. I can't. That's a lot of.
MVS. I got
MVS.
you. Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Yes. Those aren't awful pickups, I don't think.
Those are great pickups, in my opinion.
It's terrible for the TikTok community.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. It's over for y'all. They also lost Byron Pringle, if I'm not mistaken, and they got to keep McCole Hardman. So
yes, they tagged Orlando Brown. They re-signed Frank Clark.
Signed Justin Reed.
And they signed Justin Reed. Those were like the big ones.
Which is a great pickup. Ronald Jones is a surprisingly good pickup for them.
That's not terrible either.
Clyde is solid. I think he's a great running back.
Mm-hmm.
Ronald Jones adds another dynamic to this running back core. So that's pretty good. So that's it. I think they finished 4th though.
You think the Chiefs are the 4th best team in the West?
But like they all have the potential to be 12-win teams.
I know. God, that's so hard. That feels like heresy.
I'm putting them last, and it feels awkward.
It feels like heresy.
But like it feels like they're 4th in their division, but they're like 6th in the AFC. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or 7th. Or whatever.
No.
Whatever next 3 teams. It's all
Listen,
AFC teams.
We said this about about the NFC West last year. I don't think it's entirely improbable that all 4 teams from the AFC West go to the playoffs.
Well, yeah, we said that about the AFC West or NFC West last year, and we were almost right. It's just Russell Wilson died.
Yeah, Russell Wilson got obliterated.
If Russell Wilson doesn't die, I feel like they have a chance to make the playoffs because they almost made the playoffs when he came back. Like the 7th seed was 9-8.
Yeah, the 7th seed was Philly.
Was the Eagles at 9-8, and we could have very well missed the playoffs and at a 9-8 record, and I would have been content.
Yeah. So okay, you think Chiefs are 4?
Yes, but like every one of these teams feels like they're going to win double-digit games.
I think
10,
the Chiefs
10, 11, 12.
I think the Chiefs are 3.
Okay. That's close. It's so hard.
I think the Chiefs are the 3rd best team in the West. I think losing Tyreek is huge, and every other team in the West got
but
so
McCole
much
Hardman
better.
is still really good. McCole Hardman, Juju, and
But I don't feel
Scantling
like you
is
have
solid
somebody
together.
who takes the top off, which is what Patrick Mahomes loved doing. He has a rocket
That's
for
true.
an arm.
I think McCole Hardman can do that.
Like
He
they're,
just-
they're I mean like they're
it was always
they're,
Tyreek,
like,
though.
They're a folktale of Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball out of Arrowhead.
True.
You know, it's like he'd love to take the top off of defenses, and without Tyreek, it's less probable.
We'll see. We'll just have to wait and see because they just subbed out speed for size. It felt like.
Yeah. So we'll
That makes
see
sense.
if that makes a difference. I feel like the Chiefs are 3.
Yes, I have 4. The Las Vegas Raiders.
Re-signing Max Crosby is huge. Signing Chandler Jones is huge.
Wow, Chandler Jones.
Chandler Jones was big, and that wasn't even the
Holy.
biggest thing that the Raiders did.
That's crazy. Like Max Crosby, I thought was gonna be the biggest thing that the Raiders did. Then they went out and signed Chandler Jones. I was like, wow, that's probably gonna be the biggest thing the Raiders did. And then they traded for Devontae Adams.
I know, that was huge. So like
traded-
Devontae Adams gets to go back with Derek Carr, who were teammates in college at
Fresno State. I learned that.
Yes, you're welcome. Educate
Thank
you
you.
on some Mount West football history.
Yes, appreciate that.
Like that's so big.
That's huge.
Devontae Adams
Like-
is the best receiver in the NFL. I don't think
They
that's
still have
just-
Hunter Renfrow.
They still have Hunter Renfrow. They still have Darren Waller.
Like, oh my gosh.
Like, provided everybody stays out of Clark County precinct, I think the Raiders are really good.
Yeah, and even crazier, like they added Anthony Everett, who's solid. Rocky Sin, who
Is
I
solid.
will talk major crap about, but he's solid.
He's solid.
Vernon Butler, solid. Like these are good people. Like Jacob Hollister.
I don't hate Jayon Brown.
Like the team is wild. They're the second best team. They have a chance to be the best team.
They are the second best team.
That's a crazy team.
As much as that hurts to say, the Raiders are the second best team in the West.
Yeah, that's a crazy team. That team is so good. It's ridiculous. I don't even know how to feel about it. It's weird saying that the Raiders are that good. But they knew. Like, the new city, I think, revamped them. Like, honestly. From a mental standpoint. Like, the support that they get in Vegas, I've noticed, is insane.
It's
crazy.
true. Like, just being around town, like, I see so many people with Raiders stuff just around.
Forget,
Living here.
I mean, I don't live there anymore, but, like,
I mean,
Instagram posts
yeah,
and
it hurts the
Twitter
eyes. I
and
hate
all
it.
the people that have been with me, but, like, I
It-
know
it's-
personally.
It's
crazy.
honestly kind of cringy, not going to lie.
Yeah, who wants to look at black all day?
Black and silver, it's gross.
Thought you were going to make a joke about that, and you didn't.
It was it crossed my mind. Okay, I showed a
I
little
knew
bit of
it.
restraint.
I was waiting.
I showed a little bit of restraint here.
Oh.
Okay. Then that brings
Chargers.
us to the LAC.
Who is, I think, third.
I think it's fourth,
But
and that's not to knock
they-
against the Chargers.
No, and that's crazy because I think all of them can make playoffs still.
I really do. I think
they
the Chargers could be the fourth
murdered
best.
their defense.
I think the
Their
Chargers could
defense
be the
got so
fourth
good.
best team in the AFC West and be like 11-6.
Exactly. They re-signed Mike Williams, which I thought was the most important thing that they were going to do this season. Okay, that was task number one was re-sign. Then they were like, okay, so we're gonna go out and trade with the Bears. We're gonna go get Khalil Mack for a second and a sixth.
That's huge.
J.C. Jackson is a free agent.
J.C.
Yeah, all right, we're gonna go
Jackson
grab
is
him
huge.
too.
Sebastian
Joseph Day. Yeah, we're gonna grab him
Huge.
too. Like, holy
Gerald
crap!
Everett.
Oh my gosh!
I know the LA made big moves, and honestly, their defense is ridiculous.
They almost
with-
got Fletcher Cox, and I was going to scream with their defensive line.
like.
Could you imagine their line being Fletcher Cox, Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa?
I know.
That would have been
Like
terrifying.
with Bosa, Mack, with Bosa and
Sebastian
Mack on-
Joseph Day.
and Sebastian,
That's scary.
yeah, like that's terrifying. JC
That's
Jackson,
terrifying enough.
JC Jackson and Derwin
Oh
James
my-
is huge in the secondary.
my gosh! Their
and their offense is still extremely potent. Like
They have Mike Williams still.
they have Mike
Keenan
Williams,
Allen's still a
Keenan Allen are
stud.
still
Justin
solid.
Herbert's a freaking legend.
yeah, I like Austin
Austin
Eckler a lot
Eckler?
too. It's like, and
Oh
don't they
my
have
gosh.
what's his face from the Patriots? No, he's on the Patriots now. Hunter Henry.
Yeah, he
That's
just
what it
went
was.
to-
Yeah, he went to
yeah.
the Patriots. Okay. I'm like, wasn't he a Charger at one point? He was.
Oh man, it was so crazy, bro.
So I don't know. The Chargers are the fourth best team in the West, but they're probably the seventh best team in the AFC.
It's crazy how
Like,
good
they're really good.
The West is. The West is so good. I have them at third. I have them slightly above the Chiefs just because I think their defense is going to just straight up win games.
Listen, I have them below the Chiefs because it's the Chargers ultimately.
Also true. But I think their defense will straight up just win games. Like, their defense is so good. So good. It's ridiculous. That the defense alone could just win them football games.
Yep.
Their offense might not even need to go to the field because their defense will score like 4 times. That's how good their defense is in my mind.
They need to practice victory formation.
Honestly.
Okay.
All right. Well,
let's talk a little
that's the
NFC
AFC.
action. That's the AFC.
That's the AFC. NFC. We're going to start in the East. Before we start on what's going to happen, I want to ask if you saw Colin Cowherd's QB rankings of divisions. He ranked each QB, familiar, and that's who wins the division.
And he said that Carson Wentz was better than
Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts. He said it was the best quarterback in the division. And that hurt my heart. That hurt my heart. I was like, what did you just say? Dak, I knew 2017 Carson was better than Dak Prescott. 2022 Carson is not better than Dak Prescott.
No, I genuinely I feel like Carson Wentz is better than Jalen Hurts.
It's closer though. It's closer than people want to make it out to be.
It's closer than people make it.
Yeah. I willingly said 1, 2. I think Jalen Hurts. I have Jalen Hurts bias. I think Jalen Hurts has potential to be better than Carson. So that's why I always put him at 2. But right now, today, right this second, I think Carson Wentz is a little bit better than Jalen Hurts.
Yep, I'm inclined to agree.
Okay. Well, would you look at that? I didn't have a whole biased situation with the Eagles. Crazy concept. But we're gonna start with the Cowboys.
Re-signing Michael Gallup is pretty big, especially since losing Amari Cooper. Michael Gallup is now your 2. CeeDee Lamb is
and they replaced
1.
him with James Washington, Amari Cooper, which is terrible. It's not awful, but it's terrible to replace him with what they have. CeeDee Lamb is now the number 1, which is really good for them. I think CeeDee's solid.
He's a solid one.
Brought back Dalton Schultz, who I think was good. Brought back DeMarcus Lawrence. Brought back Leighton Vander Esch. You guys hear the trend here? They brought back all their team. Who'd they sign? Malik Hooker was on their team already. Jaron Curse? Like,
they're big. Dante Fowler.
That's about it. And James Washington.
Pretty big.
That's pretty good.
But I feel like the Cowboys got worse.
Yeah, I agree. Like, losing Amari Cooper is the reason that they were so explosive on offense. You want my honest opinion? They had the ability to go to CeeDee Lamb because Cooper brought so much attention. Now CeeDee Lamb has all that attention. And Michael Gallup ain't that guy, in my humble opinion. He does not fill the void of that.
Here's the thing. With the NFC East. This is a tough division to call.
It's rough.
I feel like I know who 4 is.
I know who everyone knows who 4 is. Okay.
I know who
this
4
is the ultimate division of
1, 2, and 3 could be anybody.
Have you seen the meme where sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit? That's this division because it's either they're going to be pretty solid because like last year they ended up being better than we expected.
Yeah, I mean 2 teams.
Or this season they're crap.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, no one saw that coming. They expect the freaking Cowboys to be dominant. But again, Amari Cooper was a big reason they were good.
So where does Dallas land?
Man. I promise you this isn't Eagles bias. They're finishing second. I promise you that's not Eagles bias. This is my honest opinion. They're the 2. And it's really close. Like, extremely close.
God, it's so close.
Nice to know that you are having a tough time, too.
It's hard.
Or are you having a tough time between...
I'm having a tough time between 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, yes.
Any one of those teams could be 1. Genuinely.
That's what I'm saying. They're all weird.
Any one of those teams. I
have them too.
Here's the thing. If you look at who probably wins the South, who probably wins the North. Well, actually,
feels good.
Not even the North, really.
Yeah, that North is weird right now.
But I don't know what's happening in the North. Like 3 teams in the NFC West are better than 3 teams in the NFC East, I think.
In the NFC West?
Yes. Maybe
everyone but Seattle, right?
Yeah, I think everybody but Seattle is better than Dallas, better than Philly, better than Washington.
Niners.
Maybe not Arizona.
Rams. Maybe not Arizona. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe not better than the Cowboys.
Honestly, the NFC South isn't really excellent either.
No.
You have one team that I think is good for at least 11 wins. Everybody else is shit.
Yeah, you have the Bucks who, are good.
Here's the
rest
thing.
Are weird.
Because the AFC and NFC are so different. The AFC, only 7 teams can make the playoffs. NFC, 7 teams have to make the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly.
And it feels like we should just have like 9 AFC teams and call it a playoffs.
I can understand that. I can respect that.
So, God, that's so tough.
I'm putting them at 2, and I hope you understand.
I seriously don't know.
It's tough, right?
I need more time. Let's go through the list. Let's
We'll
go through the rest.
We know the next one for sure. The Giants.
Giants are 4. That's easy.
Giants are 4. They
easy.
did, however, sign Matt Breida, which is solid.
I like their
them.
coaching hire.
Yes, they hired
Brian Dable.
Yes, good head coach hire. They signed Tyrod Taylor, which I think is pretty
Solid
good
backup.
for Daniel Jones specifically. They got some O-line help. Mark Lewinsky is a solid offensive lineman. I'm going to say it now. And I don't know who John Feliciano is, but it's an O-lineman signing. So
The Giants are the 4th best team in the NFC East. I think the Giants are the worst team in the NFC. I think they're better than Detroit. I think they're better than Carolina. I think they're better than Atlanta. Or not
Yes.
not that.
You think they're worse?
Worse.
I'm inclined to agree. I'm inclined to agree.
I think they're worse than Seattle still. Actually, I don't know. Here's my thing. Okay, I think the 3 worst teams in the NFC, in no particular order, is New York, Seattle, and Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree.
I think any of them could be the worst. I feel like it's New York, though.
Yeah, I do
So,
too.
obviously,
We'll see.
they're 4 in the East, though. That's easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's free real estate in my humble opinion.
Okay. Philly signed Zach Pascal, which is big. That was the biggest one they've done so far.
Okay. No, I disagree strongly. Hassan Reddick is the biggest signing we had.
That is true. I
this
forgot about
offseason.
Hassan Reddick, yes.
Hassan Reddick was
Hassan
the biggest
Reddick
signing
is a
we had
big
this-
one. Re-signing
we
Boston,
did bring in Zach Pascal.
Re-signing Boston Scott and re-signing Jason Kelsey. Re-signing
Jason
Derek
Kelsey was
Barnett,
the biggest one. I thought he was gonna
re-signing-
retire.
Re-signing Fletcher Cox.
Like and you know what's crazy is all the re-signs were important re-signs in my humble opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Boston Scott played really well. Greg Ward was really solid for us. I'm glad we brought him back. We actually I think we let him go and then we re-signed him or some weird crap. But regardless, we got him back. Kelsey was probably the biggest one. Derek Barnett and Fletcher Cox came back. We re-signed Anthony Harris, which was really good because we needed a safety. And he played solid for us. Hassan Reddick, Zach Pascal, Kaiser White, and Andre Chicheri. I don't know how to say his name. I have no clue who Kaiser White or Andre Chicheri is, but I know who Hassan Reddick and Zach Pascal are.
Yep, those
Zach
are pretty
Pascal's
big,
good for
honestly.
the
Those are
system.
solid.
Very good for the system that Nick runs.
I don't think Zach Pascal was the premier wide receiver free agent, but it's a solid pickup.
No. And the crazy part is all the premier free agents that we were targeting, I think we would have gotten Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, had that.
I think it was very known that we were going to get Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
Because we were going to offer, I think we were going to offer either a second or a first for him, and we had the best package to give them. Because we could have also given them Jalen Reagor. But
do you
we
think
still have
Philly's
Jalen
in play?
Reagor on the roster.
Do you think Philly's in play for Julio?
Yeah, unfortunately. I
Could
don't know
be
if I
that.
want him.
I don't know either.
I don't think it's a bad pickup, but I don't know how I feel about it because Jalen Hurts is throwing the football.
Yeah.
And it's not that I think Jalen Hurts is a bad quarterback. That's not what I said. But I don't think he has the potential to bring everything out of Julio Jones that Julio Jones has left, per se. Like Quez Watkins, Devontae Smith, and Zach, I think are perfect for the Eagles and how they run their team. But yeah, this D-line is terrifying. May I throw that out there? I think that's respectable, right?
Yeah.
Reddick, Barnett, Cox, freaking, still, oh my God, who else? Do we still, oh my gosh, hold on. There was an image and I was like, Jesus Christ, that's a crazy line. Hold on, I gotta find him now. Hassan Reddick. Milton Williams, who had a good season. Javon Hargrave still there. Josh Sweat. I forgot about Josh Sweat. Brandon Graham, who's coming back from injury. Derek Barnett. Still have Darius Slay and Avonte Maddox. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a happy camper. Happy camper. So yeah, I truly think, and the Eagles still have 3 first-round picks. That's the crazy part.
They do have 3-round picks, huh?
They still have 3 firsts, a 15, 16, and 19. We've not messed with. They could sign a wide receiver. I think draft a wide receiver. I think one of the boys from Ohio State. I think Nakobe Dean is solid, but I would probably grab. There's another linebacker out there if he's still on the board. I would grab him and then a corner, and then I think the Eagles are solid. I think we're back. I think they're back to being pretty halfway decent team, and I think the Eagles. I personally think that the Eagles should win the division with all that firepower.
Okay, I have made my decision.
This really comes on the back of Jalen Hurts and how he plays the season, though, because he was on off last year. He had very hot moments, then he had very not so hot moments. But we also don't know how often Jalen Reagor is going to get thrown the ball to, because one of those games that we lost, like 2 of the games we lost, were Jalen Reagor dropping the ball in the end zone. So, and we got a lot of touchdowns called back. So
I have made my decision.
Yes.
And I think I agree with you.
Really?
I think Philly is 1.
Right. Like I think it's pretty. It's close though. Like it's super close.
It's close. I think Philly
it
is
really
1.
does. I think Philly might be the best option to win this division, just based off of. I think Dallas did get worse. I think Dallas became easier to guard. Their biggest issue was their wide receiver. The defensive line got so good for the Eagles just by signing Hassan Reddick, and Zach Pascal helped a lot. And we finally signed a linebacker. I don't know who he is, but we signed one.
Philly is 1. Dallas is 2.
Okay, so we're in the same boat right now.
I agree with you.
It's closer than I think it is, too. And especially with the next team in the Washington Commanders.
The Commies.
Carson Wentz is now playing in the NFC East again.
With J.D. McKissick, who I think is a good pickup, too.
Very good pickup. I think they re-signed him. He was already on the team. They just picked him back up. He's solid, though.
I like Andrew Norwell, too.
Yeah, I think they needed the line to be better.
Yeah.
The thing that makes the Commanders good is not their new name.
It's getting their defense back.
Yeah, if their defense comes back healthy, like Chase Young goes back to Chase Young form, they still Montez Sweat. The team's scary. It can be. We predicted them to win the division last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true. I predicted the Eagles to win the division. I almost had it, too, if it weren't for those meddling kids. And by that, I mean Cowboys. And like we predicted them to be better than they were, but we think it was because the defense took a step back, and now this year we think they're going to take a step forward again. Mm-hmm. We hope. I hope. For the Eagles' sake, I don't hope, but for football podcast sake, I do hope that they do get better. The thing I'm looking out for this year is Carson Wentz, and this is the same as last year. Carson Wentz has shown glimpses. He showed glimpses last year that he can still be good. I need him to play like that for 17 football games.
Exactly. And here's the thing.
And that's been the issue.
You're putting injury-prone Carson Wentz in Washington.
Right.
Who can't even keep their stadium upright, let alone their quarterback.
Like, yeah, almost murdered my quarterback.
We're talking about like 2 of the most notorious QB injuries ever happening in Washington, and you're putting Carson Wentz there? It's a bad omen.
Yeah, it is a bad omen, but I was talking with someone. I don't remember who I was talking to. I think it was a customer of mine. We were talking about Carson Wentz in particular. Mm-hmm. And I told them, they were like, yeah, he just hasn't been the same since he got hurt in 2017 before the Super Bowl run. I was like, you know what? I don't think people realize that Carson Wentz made the playoffs. Like, did well and made the playoffs those last 2 years. Both years after. And the year he played in a playoff game, he hasn't been the same since that because he got concussed by Davion Clowney, which was a dirty hit, and I will not think otherwise. I'm sorry. He went helmet to helmet while he was on the ground. Like, that's just not how you like. If it was college, he would have gotten called for targeting. Yeah. That's just how that personal opinion, right? That is what it is. I think it was dirty. Whatever. Y'all can think whatever you want to think. He hasn't been the same since that, and I've noticed that because ever since then, He's been streaky. He's been on-off. He's shown glimpses, and then he's back to, like, weird Carson Wentz. Digress. It was weird. Homie carried us to the playoffs on the back, like, to win 4 division games straight with no receiver over 500 yards in a 4K season, and Greg Ward was his best receiver. Yeah. I thought that was great. We lost in the first round because he got murdered by Davion Clowney, but, like, him getting there to me was just crazy. Should never have happened. So, I have faith in Carson Wentz. I think he's still a good quarterback. I also think he's a lot better options than a lot of quarterbacks in the league that are starting now. Personally, like, there are a couple that are starting. And I'm like, yeah, he's a better option. So I still believe that.
I do.
So I don't believe that he's not a starting quarterback in the league. It's just it sucks that he had to go to Washington because I think that is the bad omen.
It feels like Washington improved at exactly quarterback. You know, it's like, and they'll get their defense back. I feel like other than that, it's the same Washington team.
I think Washington needed to get healthy though, because that same Washington team is still good enough to win the NFC East.
I do.
It's good enough to win a Super Bowl. No. NFC East.
Is it good enough? Is it good enough to win 10 games? Yeah, that might be good enough to win the NFC East.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I know how the NFC East is.
Washington's 3 right now.
Yeah, that's where I have them. Yep. Just because of that same, like, they only got better at exactly quarterback. Because Carson Wentz is an upgrade from Taylor Heineke, whether y'all want to believe it or not.
As much as I love Taylor Heineke.
As much as we love Taylor Heineke, I know it's an upgrade.
It's an upgrade. Like, Taylor Heineke was a fun meme for a while. I love Taylor Heineke. I'll never forget Taylor Heineke.
He's still on the team.
He's still on the team. I'll never forget Taylor Heineke. And the thing,
you know, if the inevitable happens, guess who's going back in?
It's Taylor Heineke.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it's not terrible. Okay.
Next up on the list is the NFC North, and this is the Chicago Bears.
You ready for my take for the NFC North? This is the worst division of football.
I agree wholeheartedly. How did the Bears get better?
They didn't.
They got Byron Pringle, what the hell is your name?
Equinemius.
There you go. St. Brown, which I know he's fast. He's super fast.
Yep.
But that's all I know about him.
And they got Trevor Siemian because they lost Andy Dalton to New Orleans.
Yeah, who cares about that, though?
Listen, that's former Denver Broncos Trevor Siemian. Okay.
Here we go.
Have you ever heard myself, former Denver Broncos quarterback Trevor Siemian?
We've said that about 3 times, former Denver Broncos quarterback, in this podcast alone.
That's so fucking depressing. That's former Denver Broncos starting quarterback.
But, like, yeah, they didn't do much. Like, Justin Jones is a solid pickup.
I'll never forget that. Oh my God, Gridiron Heights, where Ryan Fitzpatrick is like, wait, how have I never played for the Broncos?
That's crazy.
Okay, but no. Like,
he's still a free agent.
It is. Yeah, I think Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to retire.
Yeah, I think so too. He was taking a shirt off at football games. It's time.
Yeah, in Buffalo. Yeah, no. Yeah, he's had enough. Which good for him. I love Ryan Fitzpatrick. What a career.
Yeah, absolutely. Fitzmagic's insane.
Yes. Hall of Famer in my opinion. I'm kidding. Listen, my personal Hall of Fame is just my favorite players ever. So it's like 70 Broncos, and like Ryan Fitzpatrick and Taylor Heineke. That's about it.
Oh man, I haven't told you about my Eagles rebuild, but we'll talk about it off screen. It's really funny. I did it. I'm doing it by myself in Madden 22.
Me and Alpha have really, like, honestly uncovered a conspiracy theory. Is that basically when players are done playing for the Broncos, there's like a 20 to 30% chance they just end up in Chicago.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
It's weird.
I think you guys brought it up with me. Yep. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. I didn't realize that until you guys said so.
So every time I see a former Broncos player sign with Chicago, I'm like, Every now and again, we get a Chicago player too, and Alpha gets to tell me about it.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, weirdly enough, Broncos players always somehow end up in Chicago.
I thought we were going to get Allen Robinson, and it was going to be Alshon Jeffrey 2.0.
Right? Yeah.
I thought it was going to. I was setting up for it. I was like, this is going to be great, and it didn't happen. I was sad.
Okay, so the big thing about the Bears is does Justin Fields take the steps? I think he has the ability, I think Darnell Mooney is good enough to be good. But keep in mind, does Chicago have a first round pick this year? Because I'm pretty sure they traded up and lost.
No, they traded. They have the second pick.
Yeah,
they have a second rounder.
So like,
they don't have much to get better with.
Exactly, Chicago doesn't have the pieces to get better with.
The good thing about this draft is it's very, very deep at receiver.
That is true.
And that is a position they desperately need to...
They need receiver help. They need O-line help. Yes. Their defense is still solid, even though it's not the same Bears defense it was 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, of course.
It's still solid. But where do the Bears finish in the North?
I'm stuck between 2 and 3.
Okay, that's not where I'm stuck. But I'm stuck.
I'm stuck between 2 and 3 for them. I'm gonna go 3. Yeah, I'm gonna stay 3. Because I think Justin Fields. So this is the reason I say this is the team that they have and what they've done. It reminds me of exactly what happened last season with the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, it's almost identical situations. Second-year quarterback, didn't get a lot of playing time, had weird conspiracies at quarterback, crazy crap happened, not a lot of cap space, so they're going to sign some weird, awkward free agents like Byron Pringle. Like,
Yeah.
you know, Patrick Scales as a long snapper for some reason. And, like, all these random signings, and then they're going to have an okay draft. The only difference is they don't have a first-round pick. Eagles had, like, the 9th pick. So they might not hit in the draft, but they could hit the draft, even if it's lower, because we've seen crazier things come out of low rounds. And they could be a 7th seed. So I have them at 3, but, like, I think it's because it's the NFC that I can think this. So I'm going to stick with my guns and go 3, because I still think they're better than the Lions.
I don't know if they are.
But, again, there's a chance that they're not. Like, there's a rebuild season, but they do have a chance to win football games. I think Justin Fields is talented.
Here's the thing. Detroit does have 2 first-round picks.
I forgot about that.
They own the Rams pick. It's the
forgot
32 pick, but Detroit does have 2 first-rounders this year.
It's still 2 first-rounders. That's 2 more first-rounders than the Bears have. I'm going to still say Chicago at 3.
The fact that I think as of
more close than I thought they were going to be.
As of 7:24 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on March 31st, 2022, I trust Jared Goff more than I trust Justin Fields.
I agree with that statement, but the Lions were really bad. They were worse than the Bears last year.
But were they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, they were.
Record-wise, objectively.
The Bears won football games.
But how many times were we just like, oh, the Bears easily win this game? How many times were the Lions like, I think the Lions could win this game? I feel like we were like that more often than we were for the Bears, you know?
You're right. I agree with that statement.
So, like, I don't even know if the Bears were better than the Lions. I don't know if they are better than the Lions. Like, you say they're between 2 and 3. I think the Bears are between 3 and 4 right now. I think I'm going to go 3.
I'm going to go 3.
But I think they're worse.
Still better than Lions.
I think they're worse than you think they are, and maybe they're better than I think they are.
I'm giving them, like, Eagles vibes from this past season. That's all it is.
So then I'm assuming your Lions are going to be 4 then.
Yes. Absolutely.
With Jared Goff, the big signing I like a lot is DJ Chark.
DJ Chark was huge.
DJ Chark
I am
was big.
so pissed that they signed him for $1 million or $10 million on a 1-year deal, and the Eagles couldn't give that deal.
Yeah.
I am beyond pissed.
Yep, I really like DJ Chark. It just feels like the Lions made a bunch of safe moves, you know, which they need to. I mean, but they do have 2 first-round picks. They have an up and coming offensive line star, Penei Sewell. Mm-hmm. They have Jared Goff,
who's still good.
They have an okay defense. They haven't they just need pieces, you know.
They have the best TikTok in the league. It's not even close. They have the best TikTok in the league, and it's not even close. Whoever runs their TikTok is a stud.
Okay, I need to follow.
While they were losing, literally their vibes were immaculate, even while they were losing. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah, so I like Jared Goff. I could see the Lions potentially taking a quarterback with that 32 pick. I've seen a lot of. I think I also favor. No. I think Malik Willis will be gone before 32.
I also agree. I think he's gonna go Atlanta.
I feel like he goes to Seattle.
Ooh.
But I've seen a lot of people potentially the Lions taking a quarterback at 32. I've seen a few
Carson Strong,
that take Carson Strong, and that's maybe why I'm a little biased because I like Carson Strong a lot.
Well, he's from Nevada.
He went to Nevada. Yeah, I know Carson Strong. I went to college.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, so it's like that's maybe why I'm a little biased.
That's wild.
I think Carson Strong, the other Carson. I think he's a late first, maybe like at the latest he's an early third guy, genuinely. Like he's a solid dude. Yeah. He's a good leader. He's got a cannon for an arm, and he's really smart.
Carson, yeah, he is a cannon.
He's really smart. He's a little stiff and a little skinny is the thing about Carson, but he's got good height. He's like 6'4", pushing 6'5".
Yeah, I heard I've heard him compared to Carson Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
You know, big arm. Solid, pretty big.
Yep. I like all the guys out of Nevada this year because we also have a tight end, Cole Turner. He'll probably be like a 4th round guy. We have a wide receiver, Romeo Dubs. He'll probably be like a 4th round guy as well.
Oh, Romeo Dubs. I've heard a lot about
I love
him.
Romeo Dubs, dude. I'll never forget. Greatest story. I'm pretty sure I've told the story on the podcast. I'll tell it one more time about Romeo Dubs.
No
Okay,
problem.
back when I was working equipment.
I remember the story already.
Yeah, report day is the most hectic day for the equipment managers in the world. That's a 15-hour day easy.
Gotcha.
Because you're there at the very beginning, making sure everything's finalized for when the players report. The moment players get out of that first initial meeting, they're going to you to make sure that all their equipment fits, that everything is good to go for practice tomorrow.
Right.
Then you got to turn around. I usually go home, sleep for like 5 hours, and come right back and go to practice.
Wow.
But I'll never forget. Everybody is like, "Hey, I need this. 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 I need this." Romeo Dubs, when he was a freshman, first joined the team his first year. I'll never forget. He found me as I was like in the middle of taking care of some things, and he very politely asked me, "Excuse me, sir." He called me sir, which was
That's crazy.
weird because I was only like a year older than him. But he called me sir. He's like, "When you get a chance, I was hoping I could get some bigger gloves." I'm like, you know what? Yes, I will go do that right now because you asked me nicely.
Right. Like, what a good guy.
And genuinely, like, Romeo Dubs doesn't have a mean bone in his body. He's the nicest kid ever. And he's really fast. He's got good sense for the game. Like, I'm telling you, like, watching those games, it was always just like, all right, so how many times is Carson just going to throw the ball up to Romeo and see what happens? And, like, they'd probably do it about, like, 10 times a game. And it would work probably, like, 3 times a game, which, let's be honest,
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. So I love Romeo Dubs. I think he's gonna make some teams happy. I think he's gonna be a good, like, 3 guy in the NFL.
Dude, I honestly, if we didn't have Quez Watkins already, I actually would love him on the Eagles.
Yep, good dude.
Like, I think he would have been so good for Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
And because of his speed, he'd be good for Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
And I say that, but Quez is like the same person.
Yes.
So
I guess I didn't say anything about Cole Turner.
Quez is really good.
I didn't say anything about Cole Turner, too. He's also a very nice kid. I love Cole Turner as well.
I think, there's some guys out of Nevada that I've been eyeing, and I'm like, man, there's good players. If the Eagles didn't already have these positions, I would want them.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Like, they're good football players.
Well, what's really cool, too, is I don't know if you knew this or not, but they were roommates all throughout college. Was Carson,
Romeo and Carson?
And Cole. All 3 of them were roommates.
That's crazy. Yeah. Good for them. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So all of them are going to the NFL probably.
That's wild.
Which is really cool.
And now they're not going to be roommates.
Yeah, right? I mean, what are the chances they all get up on the same team? Because it's like 0.
That'd be wild.
That would be wild. It would
we
be
have
like
3 first-round picks on
like
Philly. So.
Washington or some dumb shit like that, but
We have 3 first-round picks over here in Philly, so
there you go. Just take the Nevada triplets. There you go.
I'm not doing that.
No, don't do that,
Not
please.
doing that.
For your sake.
We don't need a quarterback. We don't need a wide receiver. We don't need a tight end.
As much as I love them, I'm a realist. They're around 2-3 guys potentially.
We have a bunch of like 3rd and 4th round picks. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, they'll get their back. They're good. They're in a good spot.
Yeah, I'm happy for him.
Yep. Okay.
Detroit is 4th.
Detroit is
we
4th.
did talk about that.
Yes.
DJ
Detroit
Chark
is
is
4th.
great for them though.
Detroit is 4, but I think are really pushing 3.
Yeah, they could do it. Packers
Signed Aaron Rodgers.
That's
and
all
then
they
lost everybody.
They signed Rasul Douglas, who's a solid.
Re-signed Rasul Douglas. Yes. But that's about it.
They signed Alan Lazard back.
Here's the thing.
That's really it, dude.
Alan Lazard is
Their best receiver? Question mark?
Yes.
Or Randall Cobb?
I don't know. It's not Devontae Adams, which I think is the
I
point.
can tell you that much.
So
You ready for it?
What, you gonna hit me with the same thing I was about to hit you with?
There too?
There too.
Why do we have the Vikings win this goddamn
I
division?
don't know. I don't know. I don't know why.
Is the
but
division this bad?
it is that bad.
Oh, man.
Okay,
Maybe Aaron Rodgers can make wine out of water.
Aaron
but who
Rodgers
knows,
is still
dude?
the best quarterback in the North. I think he's still the best quarterback in the NFC.
He might be, and he's still pushing top 5 in the league. Like he's still a great
he is
quarterback.
easily top 5 in the league.
All right, maybe
I think he's the best quarterback in the
Tom
NFC.
Brady. Tom Brady.
Listen, Tom Brady's the go, but if I'm talking about ability at this point in somebody's career,
Aaron
I'm
Rodgers.
taking Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Understandable.
Like Aaron
They didn't
Rodgers,
get better.
Right
They arguably got
right
way
now
worse.
at 7:32 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on March 31st, 2022, Tom Brady is the GOAT, but Aaron Rodgers is better than Tom Brady.
Yes. Yeah. I
Just
agree
because,
with that statement.
like, I would trust Tom Brady with my life if I was a GM. I would trust Aaron Rodgers with mine, my wife's, and my kid's life. In terms of a football player.
I get you. Yeah,
You know, it's like
just.
I think they're 1 and 2 in terms of quarterback talent in the NFC.
Yeah.
Because
obviously.
3 is like Kyler,
Dak?
exactly. It feels like there's just a jump. You know?
Yeah, it's like Aaron, Tom, Ledge, Dak, Kyler.
Yeah, Dak and Kyler. And then like who's 5? The correct answer is
I'm forgetting some.
the correct answer. I think.
Russell Wilson's in the. Oh wait, no, never mind.
he's
He
not.
left.
Who's 5? Because
Damn.
it's Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins?
Because it's Kirk Cousins.
Because freaking Matt Ryan left too.
Exactly, because it's Kirk Cousins.
It's Matthew Stafford.
Like it might be Taysom Hill. Oh, I guess
it's
it is
Matthew
probably,
Stafford.
It is
Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is 3.
Okay, who is 6? Kirk Cousins.
Maybe.
No, I think
The fact that Jalen Hurts is like top 8 in this makes me happy. That's all I feel. He's definitely in the top half of the division or the conference. No? Don't agree?
I'm trying to make sure that I agree.
Hold on, we're gonna go through the list. He's not better than Dak. He's better than Daniel Jones, right?
Yeah.
It's 1. Carson Wentz is arguable. I'll say he's worse. He's better than Justin Fields.
Yes.
Right now, I think he's better than Jared Goff.
Yes.
Personally, not better than Rodgers. Not better than Cousins.
No.
Better than Marcus Mariota.
Yes.
I don't know what the hell Panthers are putting out, but he's better than whatever they got.
Yes. Easy.
Better than Jameis Winston.
Yes.
Not Tom Brady. Not you. Better than Jimmy G. I think talent-wise, system-wise, it's really hard for me to say that.
He's better than Drew Lock.
And he's better than Drew Lock. So he's either 8 or 9.
He's 8 or 9, yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay, but the Vikings, big one was Jordan Hicks and Zadarius Smith. And then
Jordan Hicks is a great signing.
Patrick Peterson re-signed a 1-year deal, too. Kirk
Their
Cousins
defense
re-signed.
bolstered again.
Like, they're solid, and I think
They're good.
I think they're the best team in the North, which sucks.
Yeah.
Because
I agree with that statement.
I don't think the Vikings would be the 3rd best team in an AFC conference, in an AFC division. Maybe like the South.
Yeah, I think they could potentially beat out like one of those 2 teams.
But like, I think if
You see they added Volcarona to Pokemon Unite
when did that happen?
today? Just now, 2 hours ago?
Well, that's a new update we missed.
Lies. I was lied. I was lied to. It's April Fool's Day in other lands. Fuck all of you.
Oh, you got
Hate
played.
to see it. I got played. It literally is links to Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. I'm gonna scream. That would have been crazy, though. Could you imagine? I'm sad now.
That would be a cool pick, though, Volcarona. That'd be hot.
Damn.
Okay.
Hot.
Yeah, Vikings are 1.
best. All right, NFC South. This is a shit show of
It's
a
an
division.
awful division. Bucks are 1, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I will say though, the Falcons re-signed Young Ho Koo to a 5-year, $24.25 million contract extension, and he deserves every penny.
Hell yes.
And they also re-signed Cordero Patterson to a 2-year deal, and he also deserves every penny.
Re-signed.
Surprisingly, they're not terrible. Like the thing is that
Jake
they lost
Matthews.
Matt Ryan.
They signed Damian Williams. Their
Marcus Mariota.
Their replacement for Matt Ryan is Marcus Mariota, which honestly I don't think is an awful choice. It's just like
No, not at all.
it's just like
It's for what they're doing. It's not an awful choice.
no, I don't think so. I think Atlanta's going to take a QB. I think Atlanta is going to full reset.
Yeah, as they should.
As they should. So, but here's the thing. Okay, Tampa is 1. Duh.
Right. 2, 3, and 4 are interchangeable, but none of them make the playoffs.
Atlanta is 4. I think they're nuking it.
I think they're 4 as well. But they did re-sign Cordero and Young Ho Koo, so that's all I cared about. They signed Casey Hayward. It's a pretty interesting signing. Anyway.
Carolina.
This is a weird team.
My boy Austin Corbett
Signed a contract here.
3 years worth $29 million. He's the top 15 highest paid guard in the NFL now.
Good for him, dude.
So good for him.
They signed Matthew Ioannidis, who's a great defensive tackle.
Speaking of that, by the way, him and Joel Bitonio, who plays for the Browns, both went to Nevada. They actually played together
cool.
at one point. It was like Joel's senior year was Corbett's freshman year.
Yeah.
They're actually hosting a free football camp in April
Wow, good
before
for them.
before Nevada's spring game, and I
Nice.
wanted to shout that out for anybody who probably doesn't care.
Yeah.
But no,
they
it's like a
signed.
football camp for like a free youth football camp that they're
Nice.
hosting. Yeah.
Yeah. The only reason I want to give Carolina last is because they signed a kicker, and his name is Zane Gonzalez.
But they signed Johnny Hecker. That's a wash.
Oh, that makes up for
That's
it.
a wash.
Damn. Yeah, it's a wash.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean, here's the thing: is Carolina, I think, was in on Deshaun Watson and lost.
Yeah, they did lose.
So-
It was pretty funny.
I think they need to go get a quarterback, and
Yeah.
they need to play the
It's
quarterback.
Malik Willis. I think they should draft Malik Willis,
I don't know if they're going to be able to.
but they have Sam Darnold. Weird.
So I think they need to.
Exactly. They need one of the quarterbacks.
Yeah,
and I
they
think
need a
Malik Willis
quarterback.
is the best by far.
I think so too. I think it's either him or
who
Kenny
knows?
Pickett.
And I think both of them are going to be off the board to Atlanta and Carolina. That's why I think are going to take those guys.
Yep.
I think they're third, but it's like,
They're 3. It's a close 3.
yeah, that's a weird
Yeah.
three.
Yeah. I love my boy Corby though, so shout out to him.
This is cool though. I want to talk about this. The Saints.
Yep.
And the only reason I want to talk about the Saints, they signed Andy Dalton and they re-signed Jameis Winston. I think Jameis Winston is the day one starter. No questions asked. Andy
Yes.
Dalton is their competition.
Taysom Hill's trying
Taysom
out
Hill
for
is
tight end.
focusing on tight end.
Yep.
Yes. Saw that. Marcus May signed a 3-year deal with the Saints. That is great for their defense. He is so good. I love Marcus May.
Yep.
He's from the Jets, I believe. They also signed Traquan Smith, who I think is also solid. But like, what? The only thing I have questionable, and I think they're the two. What's going on with Michael Thomas? I've heard nothing about him.
He's pulling a Des Bryant.
Like, I haven't heard anything about him since Drew Brees retired.
He's pulling
That's
a
literally
Des
the last time I
Bryant.
talked. Is he? Are they still trying? Are they going to try to trade him?
I don't know.
Like,
I think they're gonna sit. I think they're gonna let him rot.
crazy.
Hey, my gut feeling is that Michael Thomas is done in the NFL, which sucks.
Yeah, that's tough. Anyway, if the Eagles want to trade one of those first for Michael Thomas and they'll take it, I'll take it.
Yep.
Not gonna lie to you.
Yep. So New Orleans is 2. It's a low 2.
Yeah, it's a weird two. Yeah, I don't think either of those three teams make the playoffs. So
No.
unless Michael Thomas decides to come play football again.
No. Tampa will win the South. I don't think any
Yeah.
other team from the South makes it.
Even
is
though they're
weird
gonna lose
because,
2 games
like-
to the Saints in
well,
the regular
because-
season, like they always do.
Here's the thing. Okay. Somebody's got to be the 7th seed.
Okay.
Who's it going to be? Like Green Bay?
One of the NFC East teams not named Eagles or Cowboys.
It's going to be
whichever
it's-
one loses out of
It
those
could be
two.
Dallas. It could be Green Bay. I think realistically, I think there are only 8 teams vying for 7 playoff spots at the moment.
Yeah.
But
The-
if there was
the
a 9th,
Seahawks-
I think it's the Saints.
Yeah. Yeah. The Saints finished 9th last year.
Yep.
Or 8th. They finished 8th.
Yeah.
Lost out to the Eagles.
But here's the thing:
Yeah.
Minnesota also finished like 12th. I think they'll be better.
True. Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Of course.
So
of course.
then
But there are also teams that aren't going to be in the playoffs, like that were in the playoffs
Yes.
last year. Like,
yeah.
who's
Okay.
a good example.
So-
I can't think of one.
That shouldn't have been in the playoffs.
Who was in the playoffs last year that might not make playoffs this year?
Pittsburgh.
I'm
Are you talking NFC?
On the NFC. Cardinals, Rams. It was the Cardinals, Rams, Niners,
It would be
Tampa.
Philly or Dallas.
Philly, Dallas, Green Bay. That's who made it, right?
Yeah. So Green Bay might not. Philly or Dallas might not.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. That's crazy. Anyway, moving on to Tampa.
Tampa's won.
Tampa's crazy.
Tom Brady unretired.
So he retired and then unretired, right? They re-signed Leonard Fournette,
Re-signed Leonard
signed,
Fournette.
traded for Shaq Mason,
Love the Russell Gage pickup.
re-signed Chris Godwin, re-signed Brashad Perriman, traded for signed Russell Gage, which is huge, and they still have Mike Evans.
Yes, they still have Mike Evans. Love the Logan Ryan trade pickup too.
Ryan Jensen re-signed too. Dude,
Like
their
the
team
Bucks
just
are.
got,
I mean,
they
the
got
Bucks
better.
Yeah, the Bucks are good. The thing about the Bucks is that Bruce Arians retired.
Yeah,
and-
but
but
they're
Todd Bowles
replaced
is
by Todd Bowles.
I mean, he was an NFL quarterback. Like the Jets
We were thinking he was gonna get a
I thought
a
he
head
was gonna get a
coaching
head
job.
coaching job, honestly.
Outside
and he
of
did.
Tampa Bay, obviously, but
Yeah,
he
he did.
he ended up getting one,
Like
which he deserves.
he coached the Jets before Not before Robert Saleh, before Adam Gase. He was the head coach of the Jets, and like the Jets, they had that really weird year with Fitzpatrick.
Wasn't it when Mark Sanchez? Wasn't it like Mark
that was
Sanchez
Rex Ryan.
brought them to the playoffs?
That was
that
Rex
was
Ryan.
Rex Ryan.
Yes, this is post Rex Ryan. Fitzpatrick led them to like what would have been like the 7 team back in a 16 playoffs. The Jets were honestly were solid.
Wow. Yeah.
That year. So I don't think he's incompetent. I think he was coaching the Jets.
He also has Tom Brady now.
Yeah, so it's like Tampa's going to be okay.
They're gonna be
Tampa's like
fine.
I don't think Tampa's in a position to make a Super Bowl run.
Any team with Tom Brady is able to make a Super Bowl run. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's fair.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep.
I don't know if they haven't re-signed Gronk yet. That's the only questionable thing I've seen.
I don't know if they will. He's just
I don't know if Gronk wants to play anymore.
yeah.
That's been his big thing, in my opinion. Because he retired already once.
Right.
I thought he was gonna be done when Tom Brady said he was done, and then I think he was in the same boat. But now Tom Brady's coming back, and now we don't know what Rob's gonna do.
Yeah.
And they lost O.J. Howard, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Moving on to the West.
The West.
Cardinals.
Re-signed Colt McCoy is big. Re-signed Zach Ertz is big.
Re-signed James Conner. Or signed James Conner. Re-signed? Signed?
Re-signed.
Re-signed? Re-signed. Signed Will Hernandez.
Um,
And that's really it.
Lost Chandler Jones.
Huge loss.
AJ Green remains unsigned.
Right.
Lost Christian Kirk.
Huge.
I feel like Arizona just kind of deteriorated. It seems like things are dramatic with Kyler Murray.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The good news is I think they're still one of the better teams in the NFC still.
Because they still have DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, and if Kyler decides to play, they're good. And
Yeah,
I don't think
it's
Colt
fine.
McCoy is the worst option.
Yeah. I think they're fine if either way. Because D-Hop's good. Zach
Yeah.
Ertz is solid. James Conner is solid. So. And Will Hernandez is a great pickup for them, by the way. I think he's a great O-lineman.
Yep. I like the Jeff Gladney pick too.
Yeah, agreed.
I forgot
Good
about
pickup
Will
at
Hernandez
corner.
honestly until this exact moment.
Because he played for the Giants.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
deteriorating on that roster.
He went to UTEP. I don't know why I
Yeah.
know that.
Well, I don't know why you know that either. University of Texas El Paso.
Actually, I know exactly why that was. Is because Austin Corbett was the 33rd pick. Will Hernandez was the 34th.
Ah, that is exactly why you know.
So
that.
I
Makes
was
sense.
still watching TV. That's why I
Makes
know
sense,
Will
makes
Hernandez is.
Yeah. So I think they finished third. Third. I'm committing to third.
Yeah,
I'm committing to third in their division.
I'm inclined to agree. Third.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say third.
Okay. Rams.
Rams.
Won the Super
Matt
Bowl.
Stafford re-signed. They just got a Super Bowl win. And I think they kept pretty much everyone but like Von Miller and OBJ.
And
But
Corbett.
OBJ was hurt. And Corbett. They re-signed Matthew Stafford. Gave him a 3-year extension.
And Andrew Whitworth retired too.
Yeah, that's pretty big, I guess. They did re-sign Joe Noteboom and signed Allen Robinson to a 3-year deal.
And signed Bobby Wagner a few hours ago.
And just signed Bobby Wagner today, which is pretty big. I think Bobby Wagner is, if you're going to replace Von Miller, you're going to have to try to do it with another defensive player, and you add that to Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, who's already there. That team's
That's
disgusting.
not bad.
It's pretty darn good.
I think the Rams need to re-bolster their O-line with the losses of Whitworth and Corbett.
Yeah, that's about it, though.
That's about it. They're in a good spot otherwise.
Because they traded out Robert Woods for Allen Robinson.
I think that's an upgrade.
That's an upgrade.
Yeah.
The only problem is they don't have OBJ, so they still have Cooper Kupp.
Yep.
So like,
I think they'll be okay.
Kupp and Robinson is
I think they'll be
disgusting
okay.
duo,
I
in
still
my
think they're the best team in the West.
I agree. I think they're number one.
I don't know if they're
And
the
it's-
best team in the
I
NFC anymore, though.
Want my honest opinion though? It's one and it's close.
It's one and it's close.
It's one and it's close.
It's one and it's close. I agree. So who's the best team in the NFC then? Is because you think the best teams per division are the Eagles, Rams, Vikings, and Bucks?
Dog, that's hard, bro.
Who is the best
Is it
team
the
in-
Bucks?
Is it the Rams?
I feel like it has to be the Bucks. I think the Bucks got upgrades where they needed it. They might be on paper the best team. It still could be the Rams. I don't think it's the Eagles. And I definitely don't think it's the Cowboys.
I definitely don't think it's the Vikings.
I definitely don't think it's the Vikings.
Dude, the NFC sucks.
Well, they lost everybody, bro. Everyone went to the AFC.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, everyone, like, Devontae left, Russ left, all the talented players just dipped. They're gone. Crazy, right?
Yeah, I think it's either Tampa or LA.
Yeah.
I think we're 1 and 2.
Unless the Eagles decide to sign Tyrann Mathieu, which would be great, but
I
who
think
knows?
they're a lock at 3. I don't think
Yeah.
that makes them better than LA or.
I don't know. We might be able to bump up to 2. We might be able to because of our D line. So that team, if we got Matthew, that team would be disgusting, bro.
Yeah.
That defense would be that'd be wild, bro. But the Niners are the next team, and they got pretty solid. They signed Ray McLeod, which I think is okay. They lost Raheem Mostert,
To Miami.
but they signed oh my god, I'm gonna mess up. He played for the Browns. Travarius Ward,
Travarius Ward, yeah.
Dante Johnson. They're good.
Yeah,
Hassan Ridgeway,
They just got
really
a handful. They just got a handful of volume.
good. Pretty. Yeah, they got
got
solid players.
volume.
They don't. They still have Debo. They still have
Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa. They still have freaking Kittle.
Fred
like
Warner.
their team is solid.
Like, yeah,
their team's
their
great.
team's still solid. I think
The
they're
only thing
second
that's
best team in the-
restricting them is the quarterback.
And that's if it's still Garoppolo. Who knows? Like Trey Lance could be
Trey Lance could be the
be the
dude.
next coming of Mahomes.
You never know. He could be that guy.
Like if they're,
So-
but supposedly it seems like Jimmy G is going to stay on the Niners. There's rumors of him not even getting traded.
Yeah, and there's rumors that they are already saying. Well, they already feel like they've named Trey Lance the starter. So, but I'm going with Niners at 2, and it's
Yeah.
a close 2 because they
It's a
got
close
better.
two. They did.
They got better. They didn't get worse. That's for sure. And we don't know. I don't know what to think because Trey Lance.
Yep.
You don't know. And then Seahawks got worse. You know, they lost Russell Wilson.
They lost Russell Wilson. They lost the
And
best
Bobby
player
Wagner.
in Seahawks history. They lost Bobby
And
Wagner.
Bobby
Is probably
Wagner.
the second best player in Seahawks history.
Where would you place Richard Sherman on that list?
Probably 3. Listen, like
they-
teams that win the Super Bowl are that's probably the best team in franchise history.
True.
Like I mean, you're talking about
Where
like,
would you say Nick Foles is on the list of Eagles quarterbacks? all
One.
time? You sure?
all time.
All time?
Listen, rings matter.
I get it, but like he's
No,
better than
no,
McNabb
no,
and
he's
Cunningham.
not better than McNabb. He's not better
And
than
Vic?
Cunningham.
Maybe
No.
better than Vic. He might be better.
He
than
might be better than Vic. Might.
Might.
In terms of Eagles, might be better than Vic.
Strict as an Eagle. I'm talking strictly Eagles.
If we put Vic in a vacuum, I don't know why we're putting
Yeah.
so many things in vacuums today, but
we like vacuums.
We're putting Philly Vic in a vacuum. Nick
I
Foles
think Nick
could
Foles
be
is
better
better.
than Vic.
Because if we think about it, Nick Foles before he left and came back, he had a 27-2 year with Philly.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Like, I know. Listen, Nick Foles and Philly go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah. Is it weird to say that Sam Bradford might be the 5th best Philly quarterback of all time?
Yes, it is. That is weird to say.
Because we had like Cunningham, who's like Donovan McNabb,
yeah,
Vic.
no,
I'd say Wentz is better than
no.
Bradford.
Where's
Never mind.
God? What's his name? Ron Jaworski.
Oh, shoot. That's tough.
I think he's probably 3. Sorry.
He's probably 3. Yeah, McNabb. I think McNabb, Cunningham are easily 1 and 2.
Yep.
Pick where you want to put them. Then like Foles at 4.
It's
Vic at 5?
Vic and Foles at 4 and 5. I don't know where.
Maybe Carson's better because he had that MVP type season, but I don't know. That's the only thing he did.
Yeah, it's like exactly. He had like an almost MVP. Who cares?
No. Anyway.
Sorry. Anyway,
Seahawks are the worst.
Seattle got worse. Drew Lock.
Okay, they got worse, but they got good pieces to start their rebuild.
They did. I like Drew Lock. Noah Fant is young. Shelby Harris was one of my favorite players on the
Phenomenal.
Broncos.
I almost said they got Kyle Fuller, and I'm noticing that that's not the Kyle Fuller I think it is.
It is not the Kyle Fuller you think it is. That also kind of threw me. I'm
Yeah.
like, when did Kyle
That
Fuller
threw me-
start
I was
playing
like, when
center?
did they sign?
Yes.
Yeah. They got Sidney Jones back, who's okay. They got Artie Burns, Justin Coleman. They got a crazy secondary.
Re-signed Quandre Diggs too.
Yeah, their secondary's nuts. I mean,
Yep.
they have pieces to get better moving forward.
Yeah,
but
but
like,
they're going to rebuild.
they're not
they're
good
starting over
this year.
They're
Yeah.
starting over. So yeah, Seattle's at 4.
Yeah,
Just the nature of the beast.
Agreed. All right.
Re-signed
I think
Rashad
that's
Penny
everybody.
too.
Yeah, they did.
You want to know why I
Rashad
like
Penny's
Rashad
solid.
Penny?
Why? He
'Cause
went to Nevada.
To San Diego State,
I was close.
which is in the.
It is in the Mountain West
There
Conference.
you go. I love me some Mountain West players. Even though he went to San Diego State, who, listen, I don't like UNLV. I really don't like Boise State. San Diego State is probably 3
Wow.
of least favorite teams in the Mountain West. I dislike San Diego State.
Wow. Okay.
In the words of one Ron Burgundy, I'm not going there.
Oh, no.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, that is everything.
That is everything.
For the teams and all the free agencies. And it's almost been 2 hours.
Okay.
But, Eric.
Davion.
I have a surprise for you.
Okay.
Not really. But it's a surprise nonetheless.
Okay.
We're going to do a segment.
Okay. I love segments.
We're going to do something fun today.
Okay.
We're going to have a draft.
A draft?
A draft.
A draft?
A draft.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. You ready for the rules of this draft?
Okay.
We are going to pick all 22 positions. Not right now.
Okay.
We're going to pick offense today. We'll do defense next podcast.
Okay.
Cool?
Sure.
The restrictions. You have to have a player from... You can't pick 2 players that play for the same team. So you can't have Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith.
I don't want them.
They have to... Example. Leave me alone. Have to play for the same team.
Okay. They can't play for the same team.
I'm sorry. Can't play for the same team. And you have to draft one of every position.
Okay.
We put it's one of every position in offense, 3 wide receivers.
Okay.
So you get 1 running back, quarterback,
3 wide receivers, the tight end, and
tight end, one of every offensive lineman.
That's only 5
Make
positions.
sense?
That's only 10. No, it's not.
That's 11.
That's 11
positions.
That's 11. Okay.
Yeah, I counted.
Yes,
I
it
made
is.
sure.
Yeah. I take Patrick Ricard. I'm kidding.
No fullbacks. We don't need fullbacks here.
I like Kyle Juszczyk. What can I say?
I'll take Kyle Juszczyk.
Yeah, I'll take Jano.
Honorary Kyle Juszczyk.
Former Denver Broncos fullback Andy Janovich.
So, this is the rule, though.
Okay.
Okay. For the wide receiver section,
Sure.
you cannot have like Devontae Adams, Tyree Hill. Like you can't have like 3 wide receiver ones.
Okay.
You have to have a wide receiver 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Like a realistic 1, 2, and 3.
Yes. We'll snake draft.
Okay.
I'm going to let you go first.
Okay. I mean,
who is your quarterback? Or I guess you can take whatever you want.
Yeah. I mean, if we're just picking offense,
This is just offense today.
you got to pick the most impactful player in the game, which is the quarterback. Which one? Probably Patrick Mahomes.
That is probably the pick I was going to take.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
be real.
probably the answer.
I'm 100% taking Derrick Henry
Okay.
because I love him with a fiery passion.
Okay.
And I'm indecisive. The good part about this and not having more than 2 people is that I know I'm getting either Kelsey or Kittle.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I don't have to draft tight end because I'm getting one or the other.
Yeah.
Offensive line is weird because I know who I want at one position, and that's about it. Quarterback is hard. I don't have to pick it right now either.
You
I already
don't,
picked
because
yours.
I'm not going to pick another.
You can't pick another one.
I want A.J. McCarron.
I'm going to take DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay.
I think. I'm securing that pick. That you get 2 now. Have fun.
Okay.
I'm keeping track of these.
Okay.
by the way.
Well,
I have a
okay. Well,
spreadsheet.
what's the situation here? Is this like to win a Super Bowl this year, or to win 7 Super Bowls over the next 10 years?
You want to win a bunch. You want a dynasty. This is a
Okay,
dynasty.
so we're going for dynasty here.
Yes.
Okay, so like as
I think
much
that's
as
the
I would
goal.
love to take Trent Williams right now, he's ancient.
Right.
Okay, so
The thing is I'm probably still going to take Jason fucking Kelsey.
just for bias. Okay.
Well, it's Jason Kelsey.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, I just took Patrick Mahomes. I can't get Kelsey. So
Yeah, that's-
you're welcome for Kelsey.
I forgot about that. Let's go.
Okay.
I forgot about that rule.
If you're committed to D-Hop,
I can't. I'm not taking Kyler. So I think I know who I want at quarterback.
yeah, if you're committed to D-Hop, according to your rule, I get my wide receiver 1 that I have in mind.
Whoever you want. Yeah. I already took
You
D-Hop.
have your running back 1, so
I was between D-Hop and
I already get my tight end.
Adams. So
So then I'm going to take, who is, in my opinion, who is?
I could be a jerk and take Kittle and then force you to take a random tight end. That'd be funny. But like, who's your random tight end?
Probably
Waller?
Darren Waller, but
yeah,
that
that's not bad.
That creates other problems, unfortunately.
True.
I'm gonna go. If I'm trying to win several Super Bowls.
God, I don't know who I want at quarterback. Like Patrick.
I
know who I want at quarterback. Never mind.
Here's what I'm thinking: is I'm gonna take the best left tackle. At this point.
And that is.
Good question. And I'm trying to think of like who's the left tackles that I know of off the top of my head. If I'm thinking of longevity, because like the first two left tackles, in my opinion, who I think are the best left tackles in the league right now, are David Bakhtiari, who's coming off an ACL tear, Trent Williams, who's ancient. I don't know if I want to deal with that.
Which is true though. Those are the.
Yeah, I think those are the two. So like. I'm kind of cheating. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just looking up like notable offensive linemen.
No, I googled too. That's very valid and very fair.
Because
it's not cheating in my eyes.
I think I'm gonna send Ryan Ramczyk.
Oh.
Who I think is the third best.
Ryan. Oh God, how do you spell this guy's name? Ryan.
RAMCZYK.
RAMZCYK.
CZYK.
CZ. Oh, I was close.
Yeah. Ryan Ramczyk. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know who I'm taking at left tackle then.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I gotta think about that because of the teams they play for. Gotta think about that stuff.
Yeah, and I think that's safe. To take a Saint.
Yeah. Who else are you gonna take off the Saints?
Yeah. I'm gonna send probably Quentin Nelson.
Quentin Nelson is a right guard or left guard?
I don't think it does it matter.
No. Which one do you want to put him at?
Right. What does Quentin Nelson play?
He's on the Colts, isn't he?
He is on the Colts.
Pretty sure he plays right.
He is listed as a left guard.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah. So so he is my left guard. I'm gonna send Patrick Mahomes and I'm gonna protect his blind side. Because I think I get my wide receiver one, given that you took D-Hop.
Yeah.
And
So
I get my pick at running back, so and I can't take Kelsey, so I get Kittle probably.
Unless I take him right now.
Unless you take him right
I'm
now,
not going to.
in which case I
terrible
cause the
move.
problem. I know exactly what I would do. I know exactly what I
Right.
would do.
Why would I not take Kelsey? Like that just sounds stupid, honestly. Okay. Now this becomes weird because I feel like I have to go. I have to take offensive lineman here. I don't have to take a left tackle. I don't have to take a guard, but I have to really think about what I want to do at O-line because of this. I think I really want to just take Jason Kelsey and call it a day, but I feel like I can't legally do that to myself. For who I want to take at quarterback, I definitely need a left tackle, but like you've already taken one, and I think I'm gonna end up taking probably Armstead. So it's like I don't think I'm gonna take a Saint anywhere else because like I have no desire to take Michael Thomas, and I'm not taking Jameis Winston unless I want to put Taysom Hill at my tight end, which I don't think I do. So now I kind of want to take things that that you already you've already taken, like you haven't taken yet. So I think I'm gonna take a center here. The question is which one. Jason Kelsey is a GOAT. I don't care what anyone says about anything.
Okay, question. How are we defining who is a two wide receiver? Are we talking like the two wide receiver on their team?
Depth chart.
Okay.
Depth
Like
chart.
if I were to take
like I'd argue Zach Pascal is the second wide receiver on the Eagles, right?
Okay, so he's the two. Okay. That's what we're defining as a two. Okay.
But you couldn't take Devontae Smith because he's a one, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah. You couldn't
Well,
put him
I
at the
could.
two.
I don't have a one. You can.
I mean, you could put him at the two is what I meant by that.
Yeah. Okay.
Shoot. How old is this guy? I just didn't.
Brian
I didn't think about
Ramczyk
this.
is a right tackle, by the way.
Oh, is he really?
Yes.
My bad. Sorry. I apologize. I put him at left tackle. How you would know that is beyond me, but it's okay. But you're a tackle? I thought you were a center. You are a center. Why are you listed as a tackle? Makes no sense. How old are you? You're relatively young, right? 30. I feel like that's okay. I think I'm going to take Ryan Jensen
Okay.
as my center. And since Ramczyk's Armstead is a left tackle, right?
Yes. Armstead?
Yeah, I'm taking him. I need a good left tackle for this. Cool. So I took Jensen and Armstead as my center and my. So and wait, who does Armstead play for now? He just left, didn't he?
No, he's still in New Orleans, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay, good. I hope so. I swear he just left or something like that. He plays for the Dolphins now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Still fine. So I have Titans, Cards. Yeah, okay. We should be good. We're good. Because Jensen plays for... Oh, wait. Jensen plays for the Chiefs, doesn't he?
I don't know.
No, he plays for the Buccaneers. We're fine.
Okay, good to know.
I'm not taking anyone else from the... no. I know who I want my wide receiver 2 to be. It's okay.
See, I know who I want my wide receiver 2 to be.
I was between Chris Godwin and one other person. I can't draft Chris Godwin, so I can say that out loud.
Good, because mine is Chris Godwin.
Yeah, it makes sense. Your turn, sir.
You just took one. You took Armstead.
I took 2. I took Armstead and Jensen.
Okay. Well then,
So I can't draft Godwin because he's a Buck.
Well, you can't take my wide receiver 2 then.
Yep.
So I think I've tried to find my wide receiver 3 right now.
Yeah, I think next
And
round I'm
that's-
just gonna start filling in the rest of my roster.
And that's hard
because
to
there's
do.
That's nothing else to do. Yeah, wide receiver 3 is weird.
I can't think of wide receiver 3s off the top of my head besides the Broncos one.
Dude.
Which
yeah. It arguably isn't bad though.
that's not bad.
The Chiefs wide receiver 3 is Marquez Valdez Scantling. I'm pretty sure. I'll tell you that much.
I have Patrick Mahomes.
That is true. I'm trying to think of deep wide receiver rooms. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like who's the Rams 3? Why can't I think of anybody besides Kupp and Allen Robinson?
It's Kupp, Robinson. They just traded their other guy.
They just traded Robert Woods. OBJ won't be there, so
Technically OBJ,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not on the roster. Brandon Powell.
nope, not doing that. I don't know who that is.
Van Jefferson. That's not a bad pick. All the players are in like uppercase their first letter, lowercase everything else, and then Matthew Stafford is in all capital letters on their
Good.
depth chart. Just want to throw that out there. That's funny.
You know what? Might be my only chance to get a Bronco on the roster. I think I am going to take Tim Patrick.
It's a good pick.
I think he's a solid 3.
I think that's a
And
great pick.
I can't think of another 3 off the top of my head besides Russell Gage, and that causes conflicts.
Right, because Russell
Yeah.
Gage is now a Buck, not a
So
Falcon. Kyle Pitts wouldn't be a bad tight end.
you
either.
have a center and a left
Slide.
tackle, so I think I'm going to take the best right tackle in the NFL.
You already have a right tackle.
Right guard, I'm sorry.
Ah, okay. And that would be?
Hold on, I need to look at this. I don't know who's technically left and right, but I know I want one of them. Okay, Wyatt Teller
Wyatt Teller.
is the
He
right
plays
guard for the Browns. I didn't know if it was him or Batonio, which one is left and right, but Batonio was left, so I'm going to go with Wyatt Teller.
Okay, Wyatt Teller.
Okay, and your turn.
Ah, that's right. Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now we're in the situation where I could just take whatever I want because it doesn't matter at this point.
Exactly.
'Cause
So
we
you
can't
take
really
who
conflict too
you
much.
think is the most important.
I'm taking Josh Allen
That's a solid
as
pick.
my quarterback. I was between him and Justin Herbert, if you want my honest opinion.
Yeah.
That's a good problem to have. And now I'm stuck between which Eagle I want to draft because I kind of want to take someone from our O-line, but I really want to put Quez at my 3.
Let's just be 3 wide receiver boys. Let's be our teams at 3 wide.
Yeah, but like the Eagles O-line's so good.
Yeah.
So good, bro. What other 3 could I take? Like Van Jefferson I feel like is an okay replacement for Quez. Quez is so freaking good too though. I love Quez. NFL wide receiver 3s.
That's what I did. Like I'm trying to think. I went team by team because it's not like I can look up every team's depth chart and be like, all right, who's the 3rd best receiver on this team? And I'm like, all I can think of was Tim Patrick and Russell Gage. So I'm like, I guess Tim Patrick because I think he's better because I want Godwin.
Oh, wait, no, Joey B. I forgot about Joe Burrow. I still want to take Josh Allen. Joe
Shiesty.
Is Tyler Boyd the 3rd best receiver on the Cincinnati Bengals?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Then I am definitely taking Jack Driscoll from the Eagles as my right guard.
Okay.
I just thought about it. I was like, damn, you know what? The Bengals probably have a good wide receiver room. So I took Josh Allen and Driscoll.
The Bengals do have a pretty good wide receiver room.
Yeah. T. Higgins, Jamar Chase.
Do I want T. Higgins instead of Chris Godwin?
Right? Tough. Shoot, now do I want T. Higgins instead of... No, I need my wide receiver 3. I think that's the best option I have.
Okay, so then I think I'm going to go... Oh, no, that was just... No, because you went...
Already went, yeah.
Okay. So then I think at this point, I'm just going to scoop up Devontae Adams and CMC.
Oh, CMC. I did not expect that. But it makes sense.
Because like I think it's either him or Dalvin Cook because I can't take Chubb.
Yeah.
So I think it's CMC, in my opinion.
That makes sense.
Like in a bubble, healthy, CMC I think is better than Dalvin Cook.
I agree.
So yeah, I'm just gonna scoop up Devontae Adams and CMC.
Okay. I'm going to take... Might as well just pick up Travis Kelce now.
Okay, might as well.
Do it. My wide receiver 2... Who did I have? Who was I thinking of? Oh, I want Jalen Waddle.
That's a good pick. That's not bad.
That's what I wanted. Yeah. Like, D-Hop, Jalen Waddle, and then I'm going to throw Tyler Boyd on there.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact... Wait, I have to make sure that that's not conflicting. Bengals. I have Bengals, Titans. D-Hop plays for the Cardinals. Jalen Waddle plays for the Dolphins. I'm going to take a Bengal here. That is a Kansas City Chief. Taron Armstead plays for the... Oh, I have Taron Armstead. Fuck, I can't take Waddle.
I thought Taron Armstead plays for the Saints.
He just signed... He signed with the Dolphins, didn't he, this offseason?
Did he?
Taron Armstead...
Did I miss that?
I swear he signed with the Dolphins. Yeah, March 22nd. Signed a 5-year deal with Miami.
I did not know that.
Yeah. That's what it was. Because he was going to go to... It was either that or... Oh, dang, I can't take Waddle. Now I'm upset.
I didn't know that. I thought he was still on the Saints.
Oh, I'm depressed. Hold on. I'm glad I checked that, though. Because it was that, I have Eagles, and I have Bucks. So nothing else conflicts right now. So now I need... Oh, God. I'll just take Boyd right now. And I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I still need a left guard, a right tackle, and a wide receiver 2. You need a wide receiver 2, a tight end, a left tackle, and a center. But I know you know 2 of those already, so...
But now that I think about it... Oh, Tristan Wirfs plays right tackle. Fuck.
I feel like that is interchangeable. I feel like that is acceptable.
I didn't know that. I thought he played left tackle. Okay, well, I'm going to send Godwin, I think.
Okay, Chris Godwin.
Yeah. I'm not going to cheat and pick Wirfs. So I need to find a center and a left tackle. So I'm just going to send Kittle now.
That's also a phenomenal pick. George Kittle, and all you need is a left tackle and a center. So
yep.
I'm making sure. You have Chiefs, Panthers, Raiders.
Yep. Bucks.
Godwin plays for the Bucks.
Broncos.
Patrick is the Bronco. This is the...
Browns.
No, Kittle is the
Niners.
The Niners. Quentin Nelson plays for the Colts. Wyatt Teller plays for the Browns. And Ryan plays for
the Saints.
Cool. You're doing great. You're doing better than I am. Wide receiver number 2 just became way difficult than Indy. I had Waddle on my list the entire time. That's a little depressing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I could take. I would hate to do this, but I could take Gallup.
As your 2?
Yeah. I feel like there's better potential somewhere else.
Huh.
If it was CeeDee Lamb still, I'd take that in a heartbeat though. Paris Campbell's not a bad pick.
You learn something new every day.
Oh, they have Marquez listed as 2 and Mecole is listed as a 3, by the way. Thought that was worth noting. Oh! I want Hunter Renfrow.
Okay.
Holy crap. Oh, I forgot that how quickly we forget how these people roll.
Yeah, right.
That's a great pick. I'm gonna do a once over just to make sure. Like OBJ is hurt, so I don't count that. I can't take them. Vikings have Adam Thielen. Ooh, that might be a better pick.
Isn't that he's their 1? No, Justin.
Okay, then I get Justin Jefferson.
No,
I was gonna say
probably the 1.
I was gonna say.
I was thinking like no, with Diggs is gone. It's Thielen.
Yeah.
But I forgot Justin Jefferson was there.
Yeah, that team's
Yeah, no, Thielen's
wild,
there
bro.
too.
That's crazy. I can take Brandon Ayuk. No, I can't. Yes, I can.
Yes, you can. Debo.
Yes, I could.
Debo's 1.
I had to make sure I didn't have another Niner. Is what I was thinking.
Oh.
Tyler Lockett.
I feel like you could find better than Tyler Lockett.
Yeah. Robert Woods. Curtis Samuel from Washington is not bad. I think the best value there is Adam Thielen, honestly. Adam Thielen. Justin Jefferson just made me a happy guy.
Okay, so then you're going with Thielen and what do you still need?
I need one. I need a left guard and I need a right tackle.
You got a couple options at left guard.
Yeah, I just need to know who I want. Because... Wait. I already have a right guard. Austin Corbett would have been really fun.
That's my boy.
I could take... Lincoln Tomlinson might be my pick. I think.
A guard?
I don't have another Niner on my team, do I?
A guard?
He's a left guard, is he not?
Okay.
You think he's bad?
I think there are 2 better options.
I wouldn't be able to recognize those 2 other options. I'm not good at big boys.
Okay.
Because I think the better options may be homeboy on the Rams, right? David Edwards is pretty good.
He's solid.
Think
That's not who I'm
of
thinking
this. This is left guard though. I can't pick a right guard.
Right.
Because like Kevin Zeitler is really good, but he's a right guard. Zach Martin's really good, but he's a right guard.
Oh, is he a right guard?
Nelson's really, yeah.
Okay, then I can think of 1.
Quentin Nelson's extremely good, but you have him.
I thought Zach Martin was a left guard. My bad. Okay.
Yeah, Zach Martin's a right guard. At least he's listed as a right guard.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Shaq Mason is a right guard. Fluff. Justin Pugh? No. Elijah Vera Tucker is a left guard?
Mm-hmm.
He's solid. He just plays for the fucking like Jets or something like that. doesn't
Yes, he plays for the Jets. He was a rookie.
He's solid though.
Yeah.
I cannot. Maybe I look at right tackles. Maybe something will help me there. I'll think better. You took probably arguably the best right tackle though. Trent Brown's solid. Kelvin Beacham's also solid.
I thought Trent Brown was a left tackle.
He's listed as a right tackle. Isaiah Wynn plays left tackle on the Patriots. This is what it says.
Okay.
Learn something new every day, right?
You do.
Could be wrong though. Could be wrong though. All right, screw this. I'm tired of looking at this weird depth chart thing. Top left guards in the NFL. I'm not gonna lie.
Let me tell you who to take. Okay, Joel Bitonio.
What the fuck does Joel Bitonio play
The
for? Oh, he
Cleveland
plays for the
Browns.
Browns. Does that mess with anything?
It's who I almost took.
But you took Quentin Nelson, who I think is arguably better. Oh, they do say Zach Martin's a left guard here.
Then take Zach Martin.
Yeah, I'm taking Zach Martin.
I'm looking at the Cowboys depth
That's
chart
who
on
I was
ESPN.
thinking of, but like it says he's a right guard on one
Yeah.
list and then mostly left guards on the other list. So I'm taking Zach Martin.
Okay, sure.
So Zach Martin and Adam Thielen. It's a good wide receiver core.
Okay.
Hop, Thielen, Boyd.
Yep.
Yours
and
pretty good too.
I already
Adams,
decided.
Godwin, Patrick. Yeah.
I'm going with my left tackle as Ronnie Stanley,
Ronnie
who,
Stanley.
by the way, just found out when I looked it up, he went to Bishop Gorman High School,
That's kind of nuts.
right? So Ronnie Stanley, and my center, I'm going to go with Corey Linsley
Corey Linsley.
on the Chargers.
Nice.
And your boy now has the full AFC West on his offense.
Wild. I have right tackle, and I honestly, this is wild, and I think this is crazy. I'm taking Penny.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Like I'm thinking dynasty,
Yeah.
right? Like
You're thinking
as we
long
go.
term, yeah.
Like protect Josh Allen, like Zach Martin, Taron Armstead, Ryan Jensen, Jack Driscoll. Because Jack Driscoll's really freaking good, dude. And because Brandon Brooks retired, he's taken over.
Yep. That's not bad.
So I think Penny is a good pick. I think you may have the better team.
I think I do too.
Your offense is pretty freaking good.
Okay. All right. I like this experiment.
This is fun, right?
Yeah.
Now, we're going to have to do a live stream, throw these in Madden, and ball out.
Sure.
We'll do a custom franchise, put them all on one team, and then just play.
Just
Turn
see
off
what
the
happens.
salary cap and just have fun. Just play a game. Josh Allen is going to have, like, crazy. Yeah, Pat Mahomes is crazy in Madden. So is Devontae, though. But so is D-Hop.
Yeah.
I don't know. What other wide receiver one do you think I could have taken there? I
Jamar.
feel like Devontae might have been the better. Oh, who?
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. I would have got. I feel like it would have weirded my draft because I think Tyler Boyd was the best 3 that I could have had at this time. So I think Hop works.
I didn't
Jamar
think
Chase
of, I
makes
didn't
sense,
even
though.
think of Tyler Boyd. So
Yeah, I didn't either until I saw him. I saw the line. I was like, dang, Jamar Chase would have been good. And I was like, oh wait, Tyler Boyd's their 3 because they have T Higgins.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'll that's our TikTok video of the day. So thank you for
That's a
watching.
long ass
and thank you
TikTok.
It's not. It'll probably be split up.
Okay.
I can like I'll have to do some chopping between our talking.
Okay.
Be like quarterback. Boom.
Your boy
boom,
might have
boom,
to.
Boom. Boom.
Your
Boom.
boy might have to get a TikTok.
Yeah. You don't follow the behind the plays TikTok. You're missing out. Also,
I didn't
you
know we
people
had
at
a
home,
TikTok.
We have a TikTok. I
We have a
tweeted about it.
TikTok. Okay. Okay.
First thing that's gonna go up to TikTok is probably gonna be gymnastic stuff because Dreen actually loves doing TikTok stuff.
There you go. Okay.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy. I appreciate all y'all. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I believe next time we talk, we will be doing mock drafts.
Probably yes, and we'll.
I
pick
think
a
that's what we're
defense,
gonna do.
I
We're gonna do a
guess.
mock draft, and we'll pick a defense. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope to see you guys next time. I will catch you guys next time. Think about it. The defense can't have the same players as well, so we're gonna have to figure out 11 players from not any of the 11 teams we've already drafted. That makes it hard.
That's gonna be hard.
That's gonna be fun though, right?
I'm gonna have to like take a jet.
Yeah, right.
Ugh. I'm gonna have to take a Jaguar.
The crazy part is I don't have a jet. I don't think I have a Charger. I could take like Khalil Mack,
I mean, that's free.
Bosa.
I have a Charger. God.
Take,
Oh
like,
God.
Bosa.
I don't have a Bill.
Oh, you can take Von Miller.
Yeah.
Catch you guys next time. My name is Davion. That is Eric. We are out. Peace.
See ya.